the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He evaded!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Welcome indeed. The applause is mandatory. I'm glad both of our guests noticed that. Or else I would have had to kick them off the stream. We take rules very seriously here. Unless you're on a late night Leon stream, and then there are no rules.
There are not. No. There's only one rules I play by, and that's my own.
What happens on Leon streams late at night, stay on Leon streams late at night until it gets clipped and widely shared and we all get shamed. But until that time, it's a secret.
We're waiting for Gooch's cancellation after last night. Badger, how you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. Fantastic. I was reading the Taboo on Naboo last night, a little book that Gooch told me about. Can't wait. We had a really good panel last night, a really good show for Sonia. Yeah, very happy. Leon,
We'll certainly be talking about it.
So proud of the boy.
Tomac says we have to talk about anime first, though, and then we will get to Leona's of what fundraising stream are we calling it?
Fundraising.
Excellent. Gooch, how are you doing today in
I'm
bright and beautiful Canada?
Yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling clean. Manscaped.
Not last night.
Clean is important.
Hey, it wasn't just me. I just want to throw that out there. Like I can't believe it was sober, but I mean, yeah, no, it was a good stream. It was a lot of fun. Things happened. Things were said. No regrets. No regrets.
Tears were cried.
No
beers were
regrets.
drank.
Yeah.
Lady Erin D, you all might know her from chat, and by chat I mean literally every single chat on our side of the internet she is on at the same time. I'm pretty sure there are multiple Lady Erin Ds. Which one are you, Lady Erin D 17, like Robert Pattinson? Nikki 17?
No, there's really only one of me. Though there is another person called Lady D that I get confused with sometimes, but that's not
like
me.
Porn star or something.
It's a very different type of lady.
You've seen some of the Twitter posts.
Yeah.
I love on like F&T, if you do at lady, like 8 ladies pop up and they're all like the best freaking people. And who is leading them? Who is that like top Valkyrie in charge? It's Lady Erin D. My first mod. Before I even realized she like modded for a bunch of people. And then Nagernal, I made a mod as well without realizing that he modded for everyone. You guys just have mod energy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what's up, B-Man? Sorry, I didn't tag you. I'm glad you were able to find
We're moving on.
I'm glad you were able to find the stream.
We're moving on. We're so happy to have Lady Erin D here. Finally, I've been waiting, and it finally happened. And Tomac is here as well. The taboo on Naboo. What is? It's like the Kama Sutra without the Do I have to Google this, or do you know what's going on, Badger? I'll do this. Taboo on, I'm not gonna Google search that one.
You were there when we came up with it, but you were going memes because you were in your chair because your back hurt, and yeah, it was our name. It's our name for something that you'll have to go back and watch the stream to find out.
I will, Leona, if that is your real name. How you doing today, buddy?
Oh no, I'm doing great. That's so thankful for Gooch and Badger who came out last night. I sent someone else on this panel a message.
Come out, but we went on your show.
They never even responded. So
you DM'd me at 3:45 in the morning.
Oh, a week ago. A week ago. I'm fucking with you, dude.
I meant to get Lady Erin D on here several months ago, and she's just not. You got to give me at least several months advance notice, Leon. Or just ask me in chat. That's what I do.
I'm stoked and happy to be here.
You don't get scheduling done with me through DMs. You do it in chat. All right. I'm a professional, Leon. Thank you very much. So professional. We're talking about anime, which I assume no one on this panel has seen this except for maybe Leon. This is Witchcraft Works. And we've discussed it yesterday where I was on a roller coaster of emotions because it started off with a witch with some giant personalities. And I'm like, yes, this sounds good. And then she kept calling the boy princess, and that started worrying me. What did you get me into, Tomak? And then a witch used my favorite magic spell, guns, and then I'm like, all right, I'm back on board. Now it's all women except for the main character. I did not
know why.
I don't care about oxygen. I need boobies, nothing more.
It took me a little while to realize it's a harem anime, which is basically when it's like the male main character and then a bunch of attractive women who are all like in love with him for whatever reason. So it turns out I'm watching my first harem anime. So it's witches. So it's like all women except for him. And she calls him princess, which worried me. Don't worry. It's just because he's got some evil princess spirit inside of him. All right. Don't worry. But so they're like,
if you will.
So I'm assuming a bunch are like lesbians. So then she's telling the backstory. The mom's telling the backstory about her lesbian love story, and I'm like, oh no, God, Tomak, what? And then they're like, we're gonna get married, but then they say, but we couldn't since we are both girls, so we had to marry husbands and be straight.
That's right, because everyone knows marriage is between a man and a woman. That's what Matt Walsh says. That's how I'm saying it.
Roller coaster of emotions. All right.
Did you watch Care Bears after this? This is like the best thing I think I've ever heard you say.
I would not recommend this to Badger. The outro, if I played it for Badger, he would be worried about me. They're like little like chibi versions of the characters, and they're like ding 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 ding, like the super poppy song, and I'm like,
almost use the F word.
Like, this is so cringe and terrible at first, but then now, like, that I'm on episode 9, I'm like, skip credits. But before
me out last night, you did.
Before I hit skip credits,
right?
I do. I mean, it's a bit of a banger now. I gotta say it.
Operator, right?
The little chibi guys, they're so cute.
Oh, there he is.
All right, but now here, we're gonna get that testosterone back up because.
Rat, clip that, please.
So, like I'm saying, it's a roller coaster motion, but now I'm like fully on its side. It's witches. What do you think they added to the show that made it just all of a sudden be a +2?
Besides the guns?
Besides the guns.
Dildos.
One upped.
Dildos.
No.
Dildos.
Oh, no, combine the two. Combine, what are the crazy weird...
Oh, I don't know what you're doing there, but it's interesting. I don't know
dinosaurs.
what this is.
Dinosaur adjacent, and there is...
Dragons.
Correct.
I thought you were milking the process. I don't know what.
No, what are the dragon dildos called, Leona? There's some name. I heard people mention them. That's how like jokes about them.
Yeah,
I thought they were just called dragon dildos. Is there an actual name for it?
No, someone will. No, there's some weird like brand or something that's like gets referenced. Someone, yeah, there we go. Tomak, leave it to Tomak to know what it's called. Leon, you have failed. Tomak is now the Lord of Degeneracy here.
You really do think dragons make everything better?
And it's like dropping freaking nukes from above while on the dragon, and has some giant personalities at the same time. So I'm totally fully back on board.
You're selling me on this. I've not actually seen this anime, but what's this called? Like, fucking
Witchcraft Works. 3 words.
All right,
it's too early.
My first harem anime. Fine. All right. This is for Gooch then. This is for Gooch. I just binged 50 issues of Spawn, and then I look back on it. I'm like, I think I did like 7 issues a day or something like that. And man, Spawn.
Yeah. Jessica, be careful with the I love dragons after we're talking about the dragon dildo.
Good dragons. She loves good dragons.
Yeah, Erwin's like, oh, what? I draw the line at Minotaur dildos. I don't go so far as the dragon ones.
Yeah, what am I, a fucking freak?
When we're 15 seconds, we're at that 10-minute mark. All right, so man, McFarlane, dude, is too talented. He can freaking write. Once again, the thing that sticks out to me, because everyone's like, oh, there's black superheroes. There was Blade and there's Spawn. And so I was always like, oh, yeah. But you never really, you often forget that Spawn is black, because technically he's dead and now he's just necroplasm.
Finding out he was black when I was a kid blew my mind. You didn't know.
Like Samus Aran style.
You can't tell. Yeah. It's not until you see original flashback. Oh, he's, yeah.
But his his widow and then his former best friend get
Wanda.
married, and then have the
Ways to
adorable,
win.
super adorable kid. And that black family is so freaking wholesome and endearing. I freaking love
And
it.
that's
And
how
they
you
want to.
know it's a work of fiction.
And well, they want to feed all the gangster rap, and like that's the only, and like sports is the only culture they let black people have.
In
And
the
you
comics,
Spawn
is his
is
best
so
friend black?
yeah.
That's funny. In the live action, they made it a white dude.
Oh really?
Um,
well,
like,
wait. So then the daughter is
No
mixed.
family. Yep.
And then
I
there's
can't.
Granny,
I
the
can't
old
wait for you. I can't
the
wait
old-
for you to get the 350. Holy
Why-
shit! I can't.
Yeah, they have the old wise black lady who is they tell us we're like the most racist ever, and that there's never any diversity in comics. And then I read this, and it's just like screw all of you.
Wait till you get into Green World. Like, there's so much there. Like, dude, like when you get the like 350 when Brett Booth takes over
350?
for the artwork. Oh, it's just like.
Yeah, speaking of art, I almost whipped it. It's 50 issues, so it like hurts to hold up, or else I'd be showing off all the pictures. Lady RD, have I sold you on Spawn Volume 2?
Here you go, Aaron.
I liked the movie when I
Oh,
was
thank you.
younger, but I've never read any of the comics. No, so I'll have to check it out.
I haven't seen the movie. It's on the list to watch shortly. And then I read the comic. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. So I'm a little concerned because isn't the Spawn's a little B movie side of not the best movie, right?
And to be fair, if you were watching,
Sorry, go for it, Matt.
no, go fuck you. Go ahead, you speak.
I was gonna say, Spawn is one of those so not so bad it's good, because it's from a movie making standpoint it's so bad it's good, but like from a heart of the character and like they truly tried, it is actually a good Spawn movie.
Ooh.
Like the character is right, the costume design, all that is this, the budget just isn't there, so you get a little bit of both.
But it's a watch though. Like I just finished reading binging 50, and I want to watch the movie. I should be happy.
Yes, like the
All
original
right,
Spawn
good.
movie. Yeah, now the HBO cartoon is
the
infinitely
CG
better,
is-
but
Which
John Leguizamo-
had I seen first and heard it was David Keith or Keith David rather, I would have guessed that it was a black guy underneath. I read the
animated
comics
series
first. Yeah,
The
no
animated
movie or
series
animated.
is
Great.
is top notch.
Also
That's
on the list.
Kawajiri. Yeah, you will love that.
Oh yes,
but
I'm looking forward
John
to it.
Leguizamo as the clown he's really really good.
I
as the
hate
clown.
admitting it. He's very good.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due. All right. Sonia Lissette, I was hoping she'd show up. I figured we go and talk about the stream last night where an overwhelming amount of support came out for our girl Sonia, which, yes, please. And then ramen noodles, yes, please. And then thighs, yes, please. How could we not support this young lady? So she was on her stream, a couple Saturdays ago, and she'd been out of work because she was mono or something terrible like that.
The
So
kidney disease.
she
Yeah.
ended up in a bad spot. And what happened?
bad.
All us evil far-right supremacists, as Kim Belair calls us now, banded together to help a female BIPOC out. And the support was very supportive. And they hate us because they ain't us. They jealous. Anyone want
I like
to
to see their
could
side.
be wrong, and I'm not. I hope this doesn't come out braggadocious, because I'm saying this as a massive thank you to everybody that donated last night. But if the math is correct, I think that our channel was the second most super chatted channel in the country last night.
Let's just go with it until you get proven
So,
otherwise.
like,
Yeah.
if that's the
Yeah, go
case,
with it.
that's how much everyone came out to
55
Sonya, which is
million
fucking
engagements.
insane.
Because dare I say, we have souls and got raised apparently somewhat correctly, like Aaron D is currently doing to her offspring.
I'm trying.
Just what it is.
Based.
Got to raise them right.
My
And
offspring.
My thought is, so she did that stream where she played Mario 2, and it was amazing. She just needs, if she can still stream, she just needs to do that and put her,
Oh, Sonia?
her Cash App in.
Curse like a sailor.
on the
Yeah, I
stream.
loved it. It was great.
Yeah, it was amazing. She just needs to do that and like literally and make that money. We don't even need to have like a scholarship fund for her. She just, I'm just saying. I know she got my $20 super chat guaranteed. I mean, like, how would she not? So just saying, they won't let you work from home and play video games, stream video games, and take off your video games.
Third
So, yeah.
stream.
Our community is amazing. Like literally, this panel just shows how great our community is. Having like Lady
obligatory
and
fellowship because community is a communist word.
I can't fucking come up with a better name than Gary. And fellowship works for like 20% of the Cajuns, but when I'm talking like normal talking, I need a better
20%
word.
20% of the Cajuns. Fellowship.
I'm gonna make a name for myself.
So, yeah.
But yes, and then here shortly after about 25 tabs, we will be doing our ABF watch, which, hey, he actually did update us. So first, though, sadly, we have to talk about Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair. My thumbnail was what? Terrifier and Kim Belair. And what was the other thing? What's the name of this? And George R. Martin. Yeah, it's literally like the scariest thumbnail I've made.
Erwin, how do you prefer her hair? Like this down? Do you prefer when it's up in a bow? Do you like it when she goes that natural look? You know, when she's trying to get work. When she goes straight,
she kind of does the female version of the Killmonger. That's my favorite. Because obviously everyone should be Killmonger. I prefer a bald black woman myself, but she's not quite black enough to pull that off. So I say Killmonger. That's perfect for the light-skinned brothers and such.
She's looking a little rough.
Oh, thank you for saying it, Lady Aaron D, before, because I already wanted, because she is looking a little rough, which I mean, as we all age, aren't we all looking a little rougher? But I was a little surprised, and I wasn't going to say
if you're going to get up and give a speech, if you're going to get up and give a speech, like, girl, get your hair colored, like she's got like the white coming in, she's wearing leggings, like we all know what leggings are for when your pants don't fit. So
also Wyron is possibly correct. So when the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff first went down and Kim Belair got exposed and whatnot, someone chatted into SNH who was not a regular viewer, who was like it was like their first time in the chat, and they sent a couple super chats saying, hey, just so you guys know, because I had done some digging into this bitch, right? I was like, okay, started off, went to school in North Carolina or South Carolina, whatever. Did like
don't you put my tinfoil hat on for this?
And somebody, I'll join you. Hold on a second.
Have you seen his fucking turban that he has?
My tinfoil turban, yeah. So someone chatted into to SNH and was like, just so you know, I went to high school with Kim Belair. Kim is not Kim. Kim is like Charles Belair, like some dude's name, and literally was not taken seriously in high school. No one liked him. Out of high school, after college, switched to being fucking trans or whatever, got into the game industry. So I think that when Wyron says Kim is a man, I think that's true.
Yeah, Big Kenny. I get what you're saying.
The way I went down the rabbit hole was because Chris whatever Kindred, yeah. Oh, Chris Kindred. I said the no word. I did not know if that was a man or a woman.
The man, I'm confusing them.
Probably.
I think that. Yeah. Sorry. Look,
I told you that.
Down the rabbit hole was because I tried to figure out if that was a man or a woman, and I wanted to see pronouns. So I went to its LinkedIn, and then that's where I found Weird Ghost, and then went all the way down the rabbit hole, literally trying to figure out if a Sweet Baby Inc. employee was a man or a woman.
I am shocked and chagrined, mortified and stupefied.
Lady Aaron D, I have a really tough question for you. What is a woman? And Leona, give her a chance to talk.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
An adult female, right?
Yeah, with
human.
That sounds pretty bigoted. Leona, what is a woman?
A woman is anything you want to be, baby.
Oh, just have fun, twirl your hair. Worry about consequences later. All right, so Kim Belair now
maybe not that last part. That's how we got into the AIDS thing in the 90s and like.
Oh wait, okay. So I can't believe you just said that. You're clearly a far right supremacist. So XOXO Festival, presumably lots and lots of women and lesbians. The emotional experience of making things online with difficult subjects, including. This is what they're discussing: financial insecurity, anxiety, depression, mental health, imposter syndrome, burnout, racism, sexism, and online harassment. This sounds like the biggest buzzkill of a festival ever. Who wants to go to this?
Who was the host? Eeyore? Like, holy
Could you just go back to that role for 1 second? I mean, I could have done it, but financial insecurity, anxiety, depression, mental health, imposter syndrome, burnout, racism, sexism, and online harassment. So every single fucking thing that we all deal with every single day. Great. Good to know.
The literal human condition, yes.
The literal fucking human condition. Yes.
And
oh, you're not gonna play the clip then? Okay, I see.
Then we,
Wait,
you know, what we should do.
human
We should hold a convention
what?
and charge people for it and talk about, you know, just being a man and going through the daily human conditions of everyday life. Like, what the fuck?
What? Here, you're right. I'll give you a clip.
Angry Badger. That's fucking awesome, man. Well done.
What clip were you thinking we should play, Leona?
The one where she rattles off on Elon Musk.
Oh, we don't want to hear that person. I almost said a horrible word.
Hmm.
We don't
It's
want to
like
hear
30
that
seconds or
horrible word.
something,
I'm just
but-
I have this clip.
Give me the cash.
Been here long?
Yeah, look enough. Come on, give me the cash.
Have you considered donating to the Nerd Wars Foundation to help end financial insecurity, anxiety,
The human
depression,
fund.
syndrome.
The human fund.
burnout? Right? Please donate to the Nerd Wars Foundation to end racism, sexism, and online harassment. Stop calling me gay, Chad! Lady R&D probably doesn't have to deal with any online harassment. Everyone loves her. It's not fair.
No, I do to a degree. I
Oh,
get
really?
some very interesting DMs from people.
Oh,
That's
God.
a really nice way to say you get unsolicited dick pics. Like,
yeah.
Do all the attractive Asian women also hit you up for fun times, or do they only target men?
Yeah.
Because all my bad DMs are Asian women who really want to start a relationship
they're
with
all
me.
Asian women.
Yeah, I know, right?
They looked at my
Pakistani men.
profile, and her sister said, "Oh, he looks cute. We should have
Look,
a
my
conversation."
optimist girlfriend gets really upset when I talk to any other humans. So be careful, or she'll dox you with her brain powers. You know, my Tesla sex bot. My Optimus, my Tesla Optimus. You'll know it, plebs. Don't worry. The machine overlords are here.
Don't worry, we have a tab for that.
Oh fuck, he really did it. Crazy son of a bitch, he did it. Tomahawk for 10. I don't know about that gooch. I think Peter Cullen would be a good speaker.
Of the house? Yes.
I don't.
You don't know me. You
Yes,
don't know me.
and replace Kevin Feige with Ryan Reynolds. Correct. Also, thank you, Tomahawk. But wait, what were we talking about? Peter Collins is Optimus, right?
Optimus
Who's Peter
Prime,
Collins, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, making the speaker of whatever. Sounds good to me. All right. Hello.
Republicans, roll out.
I'm Kim Blair. In my circles, I'm largely considered, I think, a relatively nice person. And then that was my problem. I watched all the podcasts with her, and it did humanize her a
Great.
bit.
One of her fucking cats is named the Gray Boy.
Yeah, we're getting to
filthy
it.
grays.
We're getting to it. And so, like, to humanize her, she's like, here are my dogs and my cats. And their name things like Tag. Did I lose my... Okay, sorry. My
Those are her
internet shit out.
children.
Tag and the Gray Boy. What's the Gray Boy? Is that a reference to something other than Damn Dirty Grays in chat?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. I'm assuming it's a gray
Probably,
cat.
it's probably the gimp locked up in the box.
Her Lego gimp. She really enjoys Lego gimps, and she collects skulls and taxidermy.
He's a phrenologist.
Did
He's a
anyone
phrenologist confirmed.
Skulls and taxidermy?
It's not creepy at all.
I noticed she had some of that stuff in her background. I did not know what was going on, but yeah, taxidermy. And I also really like playing a lot of video games, including Elden Ring. By day, I'm the crazed CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., the DEI-obsessed censorship mafia, who is currently ruining and wokeifying all of the video games that you've ever played. So she's just immediately fallacy as hard as she possibly can to like create this straw man and whatnot, which... To be fair, some of us were straw manning, and that was my whole point that made some people angry that maybe she's not the devil and to blame for everything. And then Alyssa Mercante like wrote her hit piece, and I'm like, well, let's find out what they actually did and blame them all for that and such. And then eventually everyone realized, okay, it is the whole games industry that's absolutely screwed. Bridge. But
fuck
that
off.
doesn't mean she
It's
didn't
for
do
real?
nothing.
Gray boy is a derogatory term for a white person.
I
gray
am
boy.
I'm a
I don't
connoisseur
know,
of
but I
fine
like
slang.
I'm more clear than anything else.
Leon is see-through.
I'm more like hairy. Yeah, I know. We should have a white off. I'm normally way wider. I finally. This is me like going on multiple walks a day. This is me like really
Sounds like
tan.
we're about to start a rally if we're having a white off.
Leon is very white.
Leon
God.
become powder.
It was like his Z powers.
Fuck's sake!
Cancel Disney Plus. I'm dying.
Wait, we have a girl here. We should make the girl sing.
Yeah, go ahead, lady. You
No.
do it.
No. Badger does a good job.
He does have a pretty singing voice, yes.
Be replaced by AI any day now.
So lady here, do you know much about Sweet Baby Inc. and what's been going on with them?
No, I haven't. I've kind of fell off that news cycle. I do remember, digging into it when Alan Wake came out, the Alan Wake 2, and what they did to the character in that. And they made her a black girl that was descendant from Vikings. That made absolutely zero sense. And then they were involved in Spider-Man, the Spider-Man game as well. The deaf girl, he plays the deaf girl. I was like,
oh, lady, let me explain it to you.
Why?
You see, Saga's mom had an affair. His white Norwegian mother had an affair with a black man who immediately abandoned them and left.
Right.
That was Kim Belair's suggestion.
And then she said in the, in this little, TED talk that she gave about how they're story oriented. And I'm like, but you're screwing the stories all up.
It's
correct.
Right, if you believe it.
Yeah.
And that's
if you believe.
That's what some people were angry about because a lot of people thought all they did was wokeify. And I'm like, no, I looked into them and it seems like they do a lot of writing and stuff as well, narrative stuff. And when you look at the narrative designers and all the people who have narrative in their job title are always the problematic ones. So like, just because I say they also do write and not just wokeify stuff doesn't mean like, it's not giving them some like out or anything because their writing is also still bad.
Right.
And they help wokeify things.
I mean, Alan Wake 2 was abysmal to watch. I watched Metal and As play it, and it was boring.
I got halfway through and I stopped.
Oh, it was horrendous. I mean, I heard Spider-Man wasn't that bad. Beardo seemed to really enjoy himself with it.
Oh, the infamous poop cookie.
Yeah.
The infamous poop cookie debacle of like, yeah, as long as you just eat around all the DEI and.
I might have edited the video of that whole conversation, and I might have been a little bit responsible for all the hate against him. He was asking for it. How dare you like something? So, all right, back to her calling us a bunch of istophobes because as I'm saying, it's like I watch the podcast or whatever with her, and it humanizes her, and then she gets on stage, and then she calls us all the worst names. It's just like, girl, if you were just sane. Like, if she were just a sane, normal person, the woke mind virus hadn't gotten her, she'd be a pretty cool person. She started on, like, video game, like, business and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. She's into skulls and taxidermy and whatnot. If the woke mind virus hadn't gotten to her, she could be cool. And if she were cool, we would all lift her up and put her on our shoulders and parade her around town.
I mean, you
not
would.
Because
she'd be like the Aman Vellani of gaming.
But not because of her skin color.
Sure. Instead, we're doing that to Matthew Karch and the Mahler, not that Mahler, but the other Thomas Mahler, the CEO of. To be fair, it's not like Sweet Baby Inc. and all these narrative companies. It's not just her, but specifically Sweet Baby Inc. has that Cameron Wild who straight up admits that one of their goals is to burn the gaming industry to the ground, which I would agree with, but for very different reasons, because it does need to be burned down and rebuilt up by people like Saber. But yeah, she wants to burn it all down for a very different reason.
Was it Chris Kinzer or Kim Belair that was like, "Oh, go to your, if they won't take the changes you want seriously, go to your HR,
marketing and terrify them."
Yeah,
that was Kim.
That was Kim. Okay, that's what I thought.
Basically, exactly. Remember, we kept saying, whether you believe it or not, but Black Myth Wukong, they were like, yeah. We turned down their offer to sensitivity read, and then all of a sudden, all the hit pieces came out. That's what going to the marketing department and terrifying them means. All the hit pieces that will come out about how racist your game is because you didn't get sensitivity reading. Must remake the world in their image.
Get in, loser. We're going to seize the means of production. I posted this and then like a little bit from their front page of their website, and they took their whole website down for a night and then said they had to do it because of a harassment campaign because I posted two fucking pictures of their website. It got to get like 10,000 impressions.
I played Arkham Knight for like 3 hours last night before we were so like, yeah, you just play older shit. It looks great on beefy rigs, as Beardo would say.
Played more Space Marine 1. Space Marine 1. And I will say I'm enjoying it, but like, guys, if you really love Space Marine 1, play that Evil West game I kept telling you all to play. It's, I would argue, at least so far, a considerably better game in that same style. But like, it's so beefy. I love how when you run and normally you run in a game and then you just stop. But he's like so heavy and like
the momentum it
stops
stops for a second.
Yeah, the camera like moves like this when you're running, and you have to take
animation.
like an extra stop just to like stop your momentum. I like that because it's so gritty and real and heavy.
Oh, you almost said gritty, but
grounded,
dark, realistic, grounded
in space. That's my kind of grounded.
You'd love Battlestar Galactica, the remake.
When it comes to modern games, I bought Dragon Ball Sparking Zero 2 days ago, and I think it is quite literally the first new game I bought in all of 2024. If you don't count Stellar Blade, which I bought for a tray, it's not myself because I don't have a fucking PS5, but I wanted to support the game. So I was all like, I'll help a brother out since, black people can't afford things. Beyond that, I bought Sparking Zero, and I was like, oh, right, this is the feeling of buying a new game. I almost forgot what this feels like. And gotta say, pretty fucking fun so far. So
60 or 70?
70.
I can't do it. It hurts my soul.
We've heard good things about it.
Normally, I would agree. It's only the second time I've ever bought a $70 game, but I also simp for Dragon Ball. So, like,
and it's the Budokai or whatever, like Mortal Kombat kind of.
It's Budokai Tenkaichi 4, basically. In Japan, those games were always called Sparking, so they just gave the fourth game the Japanese name finally, and that way there's no delineation.
It's better than Folia Dude, not the best name. Every time I see the name, I'm like, that's kind of a ridiculous name.
It does sound bad, by the way, when you say it out loud, Tomak. You bought DLC to a Power Wash Simulator, which is actually a fun game. I played it too.
I've thought about buying it.
It's very satisfying. Clean all the things, clean all that. I'm going to go in this line. Where's that last bit? This whole fucking building.
Okay,
one little spot. Sorry.
Squirrel with a Gun is an upcoming game. I gotta say, it looks like a lot of fucking fun.
It's Goat Simulator, but a squirrel with a gun instead. Yeah. Which my nephew really likes Goat Simulator, and I told him about it, and he was like looking at when he could get it and stuff. So they like to say all we do is complain. We're pretty easy to please. Like
Rad and I are so gay. We played Power Wash Simulator in co-op. Two grown men cleaning a building in a virtual world. We were like, people get paid to do this. Like, no, let's do it here for free.
Not for free. You paid to do it virtually.
Well, it was on Game Pass, to be fair. So it was just content. But I mean, you're paying. Yeah, that's shockingly why they're failing is because it turns out Grums was right, giving it all these $70 games like Starfield that I never bought but played 2 times through just because I have a $15 at the time subscription. That's not a good business model for them. Great for us, bad for them.
Oh, yeah, destroy the industry. Lady R&D, are you a gamer at all?
Not really a big gamer. I mean, Nintendo mostly has been my experience with games since I was, a small wee one.
Yes,
and my kids have a Nintendo now, but I don't do PC gaming or anything that crazy. I did have a PS2 at one point, but when my house flooded years ago, I lost it. So that was probably my favorite console of all time.
So you're PS2. Perfect. You've played some games. If they were making right games for you, they could possibly pull you in. Like it's their job to try to pull a potential customer like you in. So would you rather play some Spider-Man 2 with all of these flags or Power Wash Simulator that we're making fun of for sounding so boring?
Right. Like seriously, I feel like the gaming industry has taken their, the leftovers from Hollywood and saying like, we need to make all these changes. We need to, make it more inclusive, more diverse. They have like the easiest IPs that could be successful and they're just trashing them. And then they're playing victim when we're not happy. With it. And I don't see how this ends well for them at all.
It ends with going broke.
So lady, here's my theory. Because I was a lifelong gamer, and then around 2018 or so, I was like, for whatever reason, gaming sucks now. And I was like, maybe I'm just old man who yells at sky. Maybe I've outgrown gaming, but I didn't want to believe that. And then like 2022, I don't remember what game it was, but something brought me back in. After like 4 years of only playing Super Smash Brothers and Resident Evil, something brought me back in. I was like, I'm really enjoying gaming again. What's going on? Maybe things aren't as bad as I thought. And then all this fucking Street Baby Inc. stuff goes down. I was like, oh, there it is. That's what was different. But like because games had gotten so, because technology's gotten so advanced, games have sort of become more generic because like let's make everything look as realistic as possible and not focus on the interactive part, which is what makes it a different medium.
They
And
can't even do that right. I mean, we also
not anymore.
Star Wars game. I mean, that thing was a disaster.
For many,
everything
many
Star Wars
reasons.
is a disaster.
How dare you? I've been reliably told by Rossi that Star Wars is going to come back. Dave Filoni's going to save it. Also, we have Skeleton Crew. Oh, wait, Lady R&D, there we go. Skeleton Crew. How excited are you for Skeleton Crew?
I'm really not. I mean, I force myself to watch the Star Wars. I don't know why.
I like
not all of
the
them.
Star
I think
Wars.
I dipped out on Boba Fett and I did suffer through Ahsoka, but mostly so that I could, join in on the streams and the hate, that we were.
Nah, John on wood.
Horrendous.
Jude Law is a pirate Jedi. You're gonna fucking love it, Lady Aaron. You can buy
I do
all your
like
kids the
Jude
action
Law,
figures.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Everything you have to be apprehensive about everything.
Oh, you mean pattern recognition and a history of failure has taught you not to fully believe in things? Yes.
Right. And I have kids that are boys that are 11 and 12. So they're not quite to that state yet where I'm comfortable letting them experience some of the BS that they put out there. Right.
Oh, you mean you don't want them to watch a product in which they will be shamed for their gender and skin color? Yes.
Right, exactly.
Or worse, get turned gay by the Disney's gay agenda. Like,
right.
You can't turn people gay, Leona.
I mean, for real. Like,
really, because I wasn't always trans, so Disney did something to me.
They used to watch Camp Cretaceous. They're huge into dinosaurs, right? They're little boys. And this, I don't forget what season it was on Netflix, but they had, a lesbian makeout scene. And me and my husband were like, oh.
In the Jurassic Park kids show?
Yeah, it's a cartoon. It was a cartoon.
Yeah. Jesus Christ,
and my boys are standing there like confused, looking at the television like, I don't know what's going on. And we're like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, And then we have to, as parents, explain this stuff to they were 7 and 8, I think.
Start a conversation that perhaps you as parents were not ready to have with your children, but instead a fucking evil corporation started it.
There shouldn't be kissing at all, really, in little kids' TV shows.
So are you not apt to take them to a movie that has
the Jurassic Park movies? I'm thinking back to it. I don't even remember the original Jurassic Park movies, which were for adults having much romance to them.
Exactly. Exactly. It's for little kids.
Well, we need to help the little kids transcend gender with trans stormtrooper or clone troopers.
This is why I homeschool.
Yes, correct.
Okay, can I ask a question about the trans clone trooper thing? Because I keep seeing Sheep City and some others say there's like double mastectomy scars on the armor, and I'm sitting there like, wait, but it's a male that transmits to a female. Why would there even be mastectomy scars? That would be the opposite.
It's paint. It's trans
I
paint,
get it's
but there's
paint, but
pink underneath the text, so people are rightly making a zipper tit joke. Yeah, it's a male clone trooper who identifies and feels like a female, and so they call her sister to belong. And yeah, it's just a little on the nose with the markings right under the pec muscles, and it could be construed as zipper tits. Yeah,
if that was
Gatekeeper.
Look, I never credit Disney with an overabundance of brains, but that is some fucking poor character design, even for
to
them.
be fair, by the way, and Ryan from RK Outpost pointed this out. The book is like 2 years old, where this is Trooper is from, and that conversation with Anakin and them transcending Jedi. Yeah, but this shit, the art is from the recent lore book, Secrets of the Clone Troopers, where they I'll tell you, a picture tells 1,000 stories, basically, like they say. So now
and about 48% to 57% of those stories don't last very long.
Yes. So we all made the jokes. 42% of their troops fail when they identify like this.
If you don't want to look at Sister, just look directly into Shake from Hunger Team's eyes.
Yes, look straight in the eyes when you
can't look away. Someone hide the comment. I can't look at anything else. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, Shake from Hunger Team.
So you can see the pink underneath the.
Oh god, yeah. Let's get her out of here. But yeah, no, correct, and it is. You should make fun of that for super tits. Oh, all right. So
this is a conversation we. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Shouldn't have with kids. Oh no, I wanted to get back to Sister's cousin Kim Belair, her body double. Now, what are you saying, Gooch?
No, this is a conversation we keep having, and it keeps failing. Yeah, they keep doing it, and Target, what happened to them? Bud Light, what happened to them? Comics, look what's happened to them. Movies, look what's happening. Like Star Wars is going to be the next.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved.
Who's laughing now?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, God, Howard.
And it doesn't surprise me to hear like a parent like Lady Aaron B saying this is like we're trying to, raise our kids and they're forcing this shit upon us. And it's just like eventually we're just not going to watch any of it. And then they're going to turn around and say,
eventually.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, my kids were not into Star Wars. Me and my husband both are. I mean, I got like Darth Vader like right here next to me.
God.
So, I mean,
I have one
we
too.
tried to get them into it.
That's
They
super
weren't
cute.
really. It was Mandalorian
Darth
season
Vader.
1 that really
Yeah.
got my kids into Star Wars. But then by Mando season 3 with Lizzo and Jack Black,
That
they
is
were like,
correct.
"What is this?
That is what we all
and why
said.
is everything about girls? Like,
What the hell is even that?
I
They
think that was
want-
all of our reaction. Yes.
they want male role models, and they're getting, Lizzo and I keep Bo-Katan. That's the
Lizzo's
name,
about the
right?
size of 12 models, so it's
This
I
is
think-
what Chris Gore was talking about, friend of the channel, when he said the biggest mistake in the history will be turning girl brands or boy brands rather into girl brands, turning Star
Right.
Wars, which they acquired because it was a boy brand.
They have so many Funko Pops at the used bookstore, and I just now realized like most of them are women. So that
Yes.
means a lot of them I think they buy from like other people for really cheap to just resell. And when you go to Ollie's, a lot of them are females as well, action figures. Yeah, I'm gonna say that was a poor decision, and it's they're at the point where they like can't admit they're wrong, and then that was like years ago, and now they've called all those like racist now. If they said they were wrong, that's the same as them saying, yeah, we're a bunch of racist, evil bigots, and all of us were right.
Patriarchy
And
of Star Wars.
they can't do that. Instead, they got to go full Kim Belair on us. Perhaps you're familiar with the nearly year-long hate campaign that has been waged against us as a team. Unfortunately, today I'm here to talk about that and going to call what happens when you get harassed. This entire thing, this whole speech, she doesn't mention a single time that one of her employees harassed Cabrutus and tried to get him canceled in an actual hate campaign.
A sweet, soft-spoken Brazilian. How dare they?
Like I said, they play victim.
Yeah.
When
They
do
have
the
blinders.
the same
Like children.
thing.
They pretend to
they're like
cry
horses.
and scream.
They have blinders. They only see one thing, and that's all they see. They don't see anything else. They have those blinders on, and they think they're right about everything. It's
Well, the whole system tells them they are. It was on a backdrop of the COVID quarantine scam, sending everybody home from the office. Hashtag Me Too, also a scam, sweeping through the games industry as various bad actors were named and shamed. Yeah, Ubisoft where I used to work.
Said it. I thought she said scam, and I was like, wow, she's sort of
Oh, no.
She said that. Damn.
No, appropriately, I should say, which all the fake Me Too all the Zoe Quinn and Nita Sarkeesian stuff is what caused all of this to move from indie to AAA. And also the Black Lives Matter protest, also a scam, were in full swing. At the time, the industry was kind of responding in the way you might imagine, with a lot of corporate over-promising. So it's mega corporations care about us, and then more mega corporations are like, look at all of our black squares on Twitter. And so for these people, it's never enough. The insane amount of money they got, they are just like, oh, that's not good enough. It's just corporate
I was going to say,
over-promising.
aren't they also doing corporate over-promising by telling these corporations, hire us and we'll make your game better, and then these games fucking flop? I'm just saying, Pot's kind of calling the kettle Kim. Like,
The whole existence is, you need to hire us, because if you don't make the woke stuff you've already added authentic enough, then we are going to start a hate campaign against you on Twitter and get your game canceled. So it's basically risk management, but instead of saying, hey, we're here to do the risk management for you against like some outside group,
see,
it's
that's a
the
problematic word because man is in the words. I think it's risk.
So they say we will do the risk management for you to protect you from us. Like when Anita Sarkeesian, CD Projekt Red, was like, oh, everyone's mad about what you've done. Here's my...
Everything is sexist. Everything is racist. Everything is homophobic. And you have to point it all out.
But first...
Money, please. My money.
You got to pay them.
Yes, correct. And like I was talking about how so much of it is about trying to get the DEI hires into the industry is within the writing sphere. There are a lot of offers for portfolio reviews like, hey, if you're marginalized or especially a black dev, we would love to give you a portfolio review. So full blown DEI, we only want your portfolio so we can hire you based specifically on if you're marginalized. We're totally not a DEI company.
It's a fucking racket. It's like a mob going and be ashamed of something happened to this business.
So we talked about how she would rather hire a black person with zero talent and train them than have a white man work on an Afro punk futuristic game or whatever it was. The problem with the portfolio reviews is that they also assume it's a meritocracy, right? They assume the problem is your portfolio, not the fact that maybe there's a lot of other reasons you're not getting the gig. Racism reasons. No, they don't have the talent. That's why you're not getting hired. It has nothing. They saw you in the first place just because of your color and whatnot, and they're like, oh, you're not qualified. No, so full blown gets the DEI. And then when they get that chance, they're not good enough. And then that's racism. So even when they bring them in, that's still not good enough. You're never, ever going to please these people. So you shouldn't even try to please them. And better yet, try to piss them off. I said it. Meritocracy. Anyone have thoughts on
Probably
meritocracy?
think the same thing about us, which is why they do things
DEI
like
hiring?
trans troopers.
Yep.
Correct. And obviously it's only racism is why they didn't get hired. So to solve all these problems, they created an email and it's like, hey, talk to us. So I will say she does try to help out a lot of people. The problem is she's trying to help people out based on how marginalized they are. She doesn't want to help out anyone on this panel. She only wants to help out like some BIPOCs and stuff.
Because it's a religion to them. That's
you
honestly.
you can't hire an entire company that's filled with, mid-grade employees and then think that you're going to be successful. I mean, regardless of skin color or gender.
To be fair, Bill Gates kind of had the same mentality, though, because he's got that famous quote that was like, I will always hire a lazy person over a smart person because a lazy person will figure out the easiest way to get something done.
I remember, is this Smedley Butler who wrote about like the war is a racket but like the robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep, his cupidity may at some point be satiated, but those who torment us for our own good will torment us without it. The fucking leftist, basically. That's the point. It's like, even if you get if this was all just about money and profit, eventually we would prove them right. Look, what you're doing does not make fucking money and rational people come around. But then they got an ideology that's holding on to it. They said, no, we have to force these ideas. It doesn't matter. And that's the torment without end. Because don't you understand? It's all for our own good. Because they're zealots.
If I was a gaming company and they were trying to attack us, I'd be thank you, because that would be money in my pocket. Because people would be like, oh, this game is based, I'm going to buy that game because everything that they've done is shit.
Hello, 20 million copies sold.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the guy, the Ori and the Blind Forest developer. He's got a new game coming out. I had zero interest, but he's been so damn based, and he just put Alyssa Mercante in her place. I'm like, was a $30 game? Sounds good. I'll buy it.
Made me so fucking happy.
Free advertising.
Like, the Ori games are legitimately such good games. And I was like, yes, a reason to shill some of my favorite games of the last 10 years. Thank you for being based. Like,
yeah.
Yes. And like we talk about like Space Marine 2 and Saber, like now he literally just says like one or two good things, and now Badger is like a full-blown Saber simp.
What? Love it. It's great.
It's pretty easy to please us. Just don't hate us.
And
It's
more than
so
it's
simple.
not just him, it's his creative. Like, if you get more than one person at the company actually understanding how to make a fucking game and not hating us, man, that's a great start. If I could just get some movie studios with that outlook, make one good movie, love to support them too.
to be fair, movie studios are supposedly headed in that direction, and Variety was pissed about it. So
Yeah, wouldn't even comment on the article anonymously. All right, so here we got to wrap this bitch up. She talked for so long. Okay, I remember thinking that morning as we made these posts, I wonder if anyone's going to notice that we posted about Spider-Man and also Alan Wake. She was hoping people would notice they worked on the games, and they did. So I decided to do a cheeky Google and see like, hey, had anyone put that together? The Google search went bad. I shouldn't have done it, because rather than any praise or people going, wow, how did you do it? Or just, hey, a narrative development company? What does that mean? I'm really interested. It means they're going to ruin the game. We were instead found by 4chan and the worst people on Twitter. 4chan trolls. Lady R&D, are you a 4chan troll?
No, I stay away from 4chan and Reddit for the most part.
Correct decision. Yes. So here's how I do want to talk about, because a lot of people think that they are 100% making up the harassment. They definitely seem to overplay it and stuff. And, get some like Zoe Quinns or Anitas. They probably made up some harassment. You get the like, oh, Moses Ingram got harassed. Like a lot of it does seem made up. It's not all made up. We do have crazies on our side who do harass these people.
Yeah, but they're on both sides.
Yes, and one side literally is so
on both sides.
Yeah, one side, the crazy leftists, literally had the term like cancel culture created because they were so insane. So we do have some shitlords on our side, but they have way more
dickheads that take things too far, who we should 100% call out. By the way, I've spent time on my channel and whatnot. Yes, call out these morons so that way we don't look like them. By the same token, no, we just have a handful of fucking dickheads as opposed to. You have corporate power doing this. You guys always want to talk about power imbalances and dynamics. You guys have that fucking power.
Sorry, Leon. We have a new guest on the channel.
Doggo is needy, and someone's mama is probably out.
Yeah.
My dog is whining upstairs too. I can hear him. He's mad.
All right, this is the last we'll deal with this nonsense, and Batchy, you're not gonna be very happy about this.
You gotta share my screen though before we stop with this bitch.
I had the conversation with the Dimion. This bitch is lying. They're all lying. They did make Saga.
Sounds good. Give me actual receipts.
That's right.
Literally within a few hours of me seeing that first post, we're not only being accused of forcing a black person into Alan Wake, which one is cool, but we didn't do. It's like the Alex Jones turned the freaking frogs gay. David Hogg is like, oh, so what if they were turning the frogs gay? Being gay is cool. It's same fucking energy here. We didn't turn her black, but if we did, that would be a cool thing.
That's not true though. She was white in the original game, if I recall. She was a side character, and she was a tall blonde white girl.
Was it in the game or just promotional stuff? Or was it like Quantic?
It was in the original game. It was in the original game scripts and the original game. Here's the whole thing. The main guy will say that they decided to make her black. And then the next day, Sweet Baby Inc. came in. And it's like, okay, sure.
Right.
Well, and to be fair, no one was complaining. At least no one that I saw, they could have had, no one I saw was complaining they made her black. They were complaining that they made her black, then had her usurp the main character, which is Alan fucking Wake. So.
Yeah, 50-50. So she claims still she didn't do it. And like I said, there's other interviews where it seems like it was at least a collaborative effort.
At least that's the part, a collaborative at least.
But it's a bunch of like Swedish or like Nordic people, and those dudes are so fucking woke. That's like CD Projekt Red and whatnot. So then she drops it again, also putting pride flags into Spider-Man's New York, which again, so good. Love to see them, but we were not responsible for them. And that's my point, is that it's, even if like it seems like they should have been responsible, sometimes it seems like a lot of these game devs were already having all this woke crap in, and then they often bring these people in towards the end because they constantly complain that they don't bring them in sooner. And then they're just there to make sure like things are authentic. And then that's how we get Cuban flags instead of Puerto Rican flags in Spider-Man.
Very offended.
Gooch! I love Gooch! 1 second. Thank you, Gooch. I appreciate it.
Okay, I found it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Kim, and a little bit
Whip
fuck
it
you,
out.
Aaron. Here, look at this. What is this?
Whip it out.
Am I insane for this? Here. This is, real quick, this is GameDeveloper.com. For creating Saga Anderson, the developers at Remedy took a different approach compared to the process behind the other hero characters, resulting in a more organic creative process, along with working with story and narrative consultant Kim Belair of Sweet Baby Inc. to refine the character voice and story arc.
Yeah, this is the same. Yeah, this is the one the article I went over a bunch of times because it starts off, because that's the one where it started off. I was like, okay, I think Badger's got it, but then by the time you read it, it's like, no, it's still up in the air.
Right. And so that's when you have to go to pattern recognition. And my pattern recognition, these people are fucking liars that will hide. That's what my story is.
But pattern recognition is that developers are also woke as fuck too. If you want to do pattern recognition. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, is it's a group effort between them. They're not.
But how much do you guys think, is it really that they genuinely want to adhere to this ideology because they down to their bones believe it. And how much of it is money, how much of it is fear for losing like their jobs. You know, I mean, I used to work in the medical field and I would keep my mouth shut a lot because I had a family to take care of. But once I was out of there, I was like, dude, they're full of nonsense. They just affirm the delusion, you know?
Well, I think a lot of it started because they thought it would be financially viable. They looked at all the analytics on old school Twitter and thought, wow, there's a lot of homos out there. Maybe we make money if we put more homo shit in games. And then because they started getting what they wanted, even though it was such a small percentage, it looked like it was a bigger one because the internet isn't real life. And they weren't making money, but like, well, now we're invested in this ideology because we found out that, oh, these people are insane and they will try and cancel us otherwise. And I think they actually started to believe the nonsense. So like they did it for financial incentive at first, and
I think
sort of like if you tell
brainwashing.
yourself a lie long enough, you start to believe it. They actually started believing their own bullshit.
Well, partly when the reason they started is because they were tired of the AAA gaming industry. There are genuinely a lot of problems in it. And so they wanted to create their own thing so they could have like a do whatever we want sort of a structure, which I'm just like, whenever all these crazy lefts are like, we're going to completely recreate capitalism into something that's easier on our fifis, and we only have to have 4-day work weeks and stuff like that. And so it's a very like loosey-goosey environment at Sweet Baby Inc. So that was originally why they started, was to get rid of the corporate shit.
Sorry,
all right. Oops. We have you're good because we got to put at least 3 to 4 minutes aside for all the shout outs. Gatekeeper.
Christ, 2 of them. We went back to back on it. For 20 on the first one. Shout out to my guys. Love your guys' perspective. I find myself on the verge of vomiting in my mouth when I think about most current media and society. I just try to appreciate the people in my circle and stay grounded and realistic.
Grounded in space.
Gatekeeper for 20. Shout out to this awesome chat. Gary, the Burnett Network. Oh, Vex, Nadia, Snarky J, Hart, Hypnotic Zax, Mr. Tech Rat, Mama Badger, Epic Mike, and may God bless the health of the Epic Angel. Hail Nerd Wars. Oh my
Where's
God.
my heart emoji at, Katie? Let's get some Gatekeeper emojis in chat, please. And also, I have, oh my God, like 15 post-it notes right here. And one of the priority post-it notes is to do the another one meme for you, Gatekeeper. So we will have a new Gatekeeper meme here shortly. All right, God bless the werewolf.
Did you get the email I sent you with all the pics of Gatekeeper?
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Oh, that question was for me? All right, that is now 16.
I thought that question was for anyone on the panel who just wanted an email chain like a handsome black man. So
yeah.
Check Gatekeeper email. All right, excellent. Well, that'll be perfect. So I'm going to need that for the meme. All right, where were we? We're done talking about Sweet Baby Inc. Thank God. Now, Tomac, if you are still in chat, please. How the hell do I pronounce Eureka 7? Eureka? Phonetically spell it for me. Yeah, see, that's what you would think. And every one of the voice actors pronounces it different. Like, Eurekans. I watched 26 episodes and I still cannot pronounce the name of the fucking show. All right, so watch this. Quite good. Quite happy with it. Had seen some of the original Eureka 7 when it was on Adult Swim back in the day, and it's not available like anywhere, and I don't really like pirating and whatnot, so this was on Crunchyroll. So I watched the next, like the second show of it, spinoff, and I was quite happy. The music was like my biggest compliment. The music was so good. I looked up one of the songs and added it to my YouTube playlist so I could listen to it. I like not watching anime. There was enough fan service that I was happy, but like in many animes, they're like high school girls. So the fan service, you occasionally realize, oh, wait, I'm creepy for her.
I'll just say they're in college. It'll be fine.
It's college.
It's a localization problem. Mark of reality. Shout out to all the people exposing these woke devs. Everyone here and Endymion's latest video. Yeah, gotta watch that. Saved me so much money not buying garbage woke games.
It's old games. That's all we need. Hell, I don't even have to buy a game ever again. Thanks to Tomac. So this The characters could have been a bit better, but I liked enough of them, and the story was wild. It's classic anime where there's these like giant alien coral things that cause problems, and then these mech things come out of portals to like blow them up, and it causes a big nuke. So it's like, oh no, that's bad. We gotta fight then. But oh no, are the mechs good or bad? Oh no, is the weird alien coral good or bad? And oh no, this person isn't a person. They're actually the alien coral. Oh, this person isn't a person. They're actually one of the mechs. It's just classic anime shit like that. Really enjoyed it. 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Would recommend. And now I'm watching Witchcraft Works, and that is a roller coaster.
7.5 out of 10
of emotions. Eureka's, I'm going full IGN 7.5, 7 to 7.5 out of 10. All right, we are done with Sweet Baby Inc. Thank God. I made a video game. You didn't use Sweet Baby Inc., right? You didn't, right? And that's why they hate us, because they have finally exposed them. And now they're having to get rid of all their partners and stuff on their website. How strange. Yo, Skibbity. George R.R. Martin. Jessica, if you're still in chat, let me know if you want to cry about this. George R.R. Martin, everything we've ever thought about him gets confirmed in this article from his co-writer. The writer's block, he's fucked. It's never happening. It's never happening, and you're not going to be able to have someone like ghostwrite it for him after he dies, because it's all in his head. And the shows are sidetracking and whatnot, and then he's not happy with House of the Dragon, because he's like, did his little Festivus of all his complaints about it or whatever. It's everything we thought. And it turns out he's actually like writing and stuff. I think what's happened more so than sidetracking himself with, he also talks about all the sidetracking with the series and whatnot, is with building of the details. It's as he become more and more perfectionist, which, like, as a creator, I understand a lot of his problems. I was so burnt out, I ended up not being able to do the Gamergate 2 documentary. He writes so much, but throws it away in the end because it's a dead end, or doesn't meet what just dropped. I see pink in the corner of my, or it doesn't meet what he feels it should be. Holy, oh, I got some heart emojis on that one.
What do you think, just go?
Where in the world is Alec Baldwin's finger? That's not the right one. Where's it at? Here we go. All right, and yeah, Gatekeeper, I will just use who you shouted out today is, yeah, all right, it's on the list. We're making it. All right, Gatekeeper email. All right, 27. All right, I'm a professional because y'all made me feel special. You make us feel special, Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper, you look good, brother. Like, don't worry about the photos.
Don't make fun of the some boudoir photos. Who am I kidding? Have added.
There's one with a snake. There's one with a snake, and I was like, okay, all right. I know these are for you, and a few for Badger, because I know he gets jealous. He does get jealous of how much everyone loves me.
Catty bitch.
Thank you for noticing.
Catty bitch when I'm jealous.
Hell, homie. Oh, appreciate you so
nothing
much.
but love to Gatekeeper.
Absolutely.
Drive safe, buddy.
Oh, God bless you. All right, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't feel like it's what it should be. I think that more than anything has been a problem for him. If he didn't care so much, he could probably just shrug his shoulders about it. So everything we thought, he's never going to finish it. And I understand, like, being burnt out. And he's already written so many books, and he doesn't really need to. He has somewhat of an obligation to the fans, but
he should probably fucking get someone to finish the books for him.
I know, but then it's, people are going to be mad at him. So he's, like, kind of stuck. I get it. But also, just write it already or have someone else do it. Lady Erin D, you are our expert on this.
I'm not an expert. I did read, I think,
expert.
The first two books I read from the Game of Thrones, the Fire and Ice, and then I read Fire and Blood, which is probably my favorite of them.
Have you considered renting a small cabin in the woods and possibly kidnapping him and forcing him to write while hobbling him? Sorry.
Here's my thing. I think that having HBO do the series all the way to the end was his biggest mistake. I think he should have, left that alone and kind of worked on it on his own. And I think some of those ideas were his because he did consult on that program. And when people were so frustrated and pissed off about the way things were turning out, he's stuck now.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's not that's what the ending was going to be. Now he might have
Yeah.
gotten there better, but Danny was going to go insane and start killing everyone, and John
Yep.
was going to kill her. And I
Yep,
think
Arya
that's
was going to take out the Night King and all that. Like,
now see
I
that
mean,
I'm
isn't
more
this kind of
apt
like
to
a
think-
privilege of like the artistic job? Like, you don't get to sit there and work your regular 9 to 5 and be like, I'm kind of stuck, so I'm not going to do my job. No, you shut the fuck up and you fix the computer or whatever your job is. Like, no, motherfucker. I'm not even a Game of Thrones fan. I never read the books. I've seen the first
did
episode
other
of the show. But
he
But
didn't finish the main series. He's doing all these side things.
But what if you're filthy rich?
Maybe he was spending all his time eating fucking junk food and becoming a fat fuck with diabetes, giving himself brain fog. Eat a salad and put some words on a page. You fucking loser.
Okay,
Jessica, come on stream and scream about it briefly, and then we have to kick you.
As a writer, I'm not a writer, but like
DMJ.
For a writer, he should have the beginning pretty much, and he should have the ending, right?
Yes.
He should have the first 2 to 3 acts somewhat knowing what he wants in there. Feed the man some Whoppers and tell him just fill in the gaps. Just go here. This is what you need to do. Just finish it. Here's the ending. Here's the start. Here's the second act. Now fill it in.
Erwin can't last 10 minutes. Just keep it fluffed.
Oh no! Well, hey, you guys tangent as much as you want.
Yeah,
we gotta. So everything we thought was true. Turns out we're not just a bunch of haters. We're right. We're the best. Everyone should just listen to us instead of the media. But I totally get where he's at.
I
but
say
man,
it all
he
the
needs to
time,
change
and Gooch
shit.
yells at me for it. So
What?
about being right.
Oh.
Well, even our side doesn't think me and you are right very often.
That's fair.
But that's because they're so wrong. It's not our fault. We can't help them with their stupidity.
It's hard being this good at it, right, Erwin? Like,
Yeah, they're just jealous of us, Leon. So the other thing is, all right, well, he's got his writing partner. He's got the co-writer. So just have him do it. Or, hey, he's even got some people. He's got some people he thought might do a little spin-off or something like that. So the co-writer is saying that presumably if he were to, die, he would line it. If he knew he had some terminal, he'd line it up for one of them to write it or something like that. But he's never going to do that. And all the ideas are just in his head. So if he dies, it's all gone.
It's called cholesterol. Look at that fat fuck.
Let's see. Are there any pictures of him for me to show? Maybe no.
For every page he finishes, he gets a Whopper. That's what you promise.
You're not wrong though, Gooch. Dude could die in his sleep, and no more Game of Thrones. He will be a literal fucking.
You make a trail of Reese's Pieces like E.T. and for every page.
All right. So before I read anything for you, Jess, do you have any yelling you'd like to get out of the way?
I think George R.R. Martin is just a lazy ass.
You're thinking of a nice way to put it.
Nice to meet you, Jessica. I haven't met you.
Introductions and
Hi.
Jessica, have you met Gooch? Let me introduce you.
I don't think I have.
Everybody loves me so much.
That's him.
Facts.
How did she How did Jessica survive the muting? How did she talk?
I don't know. That was really impressive. Do you think she? I don't know. It's like Neo or something.
Unlimited power.
Yeah.
All right, so Jess, okay, she's escaping. All right, so we'll get back to her because turns out everything we thought was right. So, Jess,
Hurricane Milton. Oh my God.
Jess, I went ahead and muted you for some reason. Feel free to unmute yourself when you're back. Once you get out of your windstorm.
What?
All right, so. There was some rustling going on or something. It's not like you're wrestling with the mic a little bit.
I was.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, we're very professional around here, so don't let it happen again. But it was funny for now. So, because I haven't read all the books, and I didn't even watch Game of Thrones. So it's like I understand, I can empathize with people. Jess, so you are actually quite concerned about this. So all of our concerns turns out we're right. He's never going to write it because he's got writer's block. Even if he does write, he's not happy enough with it. He tried to do the ending for Game of Thrones and everyone was mad, so he's going to have all that self-doubt and then he's going to die and not get anyone to write it and we're going to lose it all. Any thoughts on that, Jessica?
George R. Martin is a lazy ass.
Yes, you said that.
If he actually was an actual creative good writer, then he would have gotten his ass up and actually written something instead of, going, oh, they already wrote the ending for me, so I guess I can't do it anymore. Bro, come on. And he was a mid-list author for a very long time, okay? Like in the 90s. And then all of a sudden they picked up his the Song of Ice and Fire, which I did read all the books, and they're all right. They're not like my favorite. But I'm just like, dude, he has an obligation to finish these books, but obviously he's not going to. And it's stupid because it's like, oh my God, the fans are the reason why you are famous for this. Why are you spitting in their faces and not finishing this book series? Just finish it, dude.
I find it ironic you're wearing a Hogwarts shirt. What if J.K. Rowling was all just like, well, I killed Dumbledore and I don't know where to go from here, so I guess there's no 7th Harry Potter book. Like,
well, she did kill him. She did have writer's block during the 5th book, which is why the 5th one is a lot of rehashing of like things that happened already, and Harry's like angry and pissed off the entire book. I hated the 5th book. It took me like a year to read it.
The 5th book is the worst book in my opinion, honestly.
Yeah,
I didn't know that about the writer's block, so that makes sense.
Right.
It does. They added a bunch of characters that ended up not really going too many
Meanwhile,
places.
I sort of like the 5th book because I like the DA and Harry being an authority figure, and he finally gets the respect and acknowledgement that he's a bad.
I'm biased. They killed my favorite character in the 5th book, so fuck it. Like
maybe Goblet. That or Goblet.
Sirius Black was my favorite character.
Well, let's just go through. I'd say Goblet or 5 is mine. What's your favorite, Badger? Book or movie? Actually, I'm changing. Yeah, Goblet of Fire. I love me some Goblet.
Yeah,
of
no,
Fire.
the 5th one is still my favorite movie.
For me.
Movie too. I like the Ministry fight.
Half-Blood Prince.
Ooh.
Ooh, one of the later ones, huh?
That's my least favorite.
Well, because they give the whole history of Voldemort and where he came from, and they totally scrapped all that in the movie. I was pissed. I watched that movie and I left the theater like enraged. I was like, where?
The diary? He's got like the diary that like writes to him back to him or something, right?
No,
that's Chamber of Secrets, which is the best movie in my opinion. Chamber of Secrets is the best movie, but both
in Half-Blood Prince, he's got the fucking potions book that has all the notes.
He looks into the pensive, and they have all the memories, and they use that to teach Harry about where he came from. Yeah.
Remember the whole point of that 6th book is he's trying to get a memory from Slughorn. It's like his whole mission, the whole book basically.
Well, that was part of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean the beginning.
But yeah.
Gooch, what's your favorite?
The first one.
Gooch is like Harry Potter for 2 years.
No, I'm simple. I just like the first book, and that's
11-11.
Yeah. 11-11. Yep.
Yeah.
You got that.
Yeah, just like all the world building, it's all still new in the first one. All nice and sparkly.
The other books are okay. I think going back to Game of Thrones or the Fire and Ice and all that kind of stuff, I think it's way overrated. I think it's way overrated. I think the writing's bad. I don't think it's that good. I think it's a hot mess because you can get lost in a lot of like, especially when it's going back and forth between the families and everything. I don't know. I think it's just way overhyped, and they capitalized on something and made it bigger than what it actually is.
We had tits.
How many characters named Aegon do you need again? Like,
oh, don't get me started on the names.
There are a lot of characters with like the same names, and you get mixed up.
Which fair is kind of historically accurate. I get why he did that, but also it's not exactly very narratively sound to do in a book. So fuck you.
Correct. All right, I don't want to forget Red Space Ranger. Have you seen Miraculous Ladybug? Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir? That's all I can get popped up as a little kid show. It's a French superhero cartoon, which I think blows Marvel and DC out of the water. Okay, so then it must be this.
Yeah, my daughter was a huge fan when she was like 12.
Okay. Okay, so I am looking at the right thing then. So, really, it's better? All right, let's whip it out. This thing. Ladybug and oh, well, yeah, this is the French version of it, but yeah. Okay, I thought I found the wrong thing. French superhero blows Marvel and DC out of the water. Yeah, do you not agree with that? Blows it out of the water?
I would feel creepy watching that. That's all.
But but it's the magical girl equivalent of Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Miraculous is so bad it's okay, so it's not actually good. It's really bad, but then that blows my mind. I am going to watch it right now.
Experience that children love it and parents. It's like Bluey in that children love it and the parents kind of unironically, or maybe in this case it is ironic. I'm not sure, but also love it.
It's not Let It Go for this.
I never really watched it, to be fair.
Before we go to Market Reality, I just want to say Chris Columbus feels a lot more fun and childlike. They do, but those books get dark as fuck, and it's good that they went more the route that they went.
It's right after the fourth
anime.
one when it really started getting darker.
Yeah.
But that was the whole point, you know.
What if George
Almost
R.
starts-
Martin?
Robert Pattinson, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Robert
He
Pattinson.
was Cedric. He was Cedric Diggory in the fourth one.
What if George R. R. Martin sells out Game of Thrones to Bob Iger, and Bob hires Dave Filoni, they, them, and Leslie Headlamp to finish the books? Then we all become a statistic.
Look
Check
for all
out
the
to the next
trans
world. It's all
night
over.
watchmen.
I think that would actually sell. It is the one
thank you,
instance
Mark.
where it wouldn't be go broke, because every single person on our side of the internet would buy the books to hate read them and just see how bad they are, and they would actually make money.
Ooh, I do like me some Elric. I can't open up the book to show you any of the pictures though, for reasons.
Just Elric in my mind with the fucking Full Metal Alchemist, which is way better than anything we've talked about.
Full
thus
Metal
far, so.
Alchemist, man. Yes.
Gooch, you read any of the Elric books?
No, I haven't. I haven't yet.
I haven't read this series, but I've got one. It's very, if you like all the dark brutalness of like Game of Thrones, Elric is good stuff.
We do love dark romance.
And then this was a Razor Fist recommendation. But yeah, we have like Elric of Melnibone or whatever in chat. It's from this Michael Moorcock. People really like his stuff. Very dark. Honestly, the first one was a bit too dark for me, but I bought like the volume 1 through 4 at the same time, so I had to keep going. Ended up really enjoying it there at the end. Cool. And I'm not like a Game of Thrones guy. That's House of Dragon. I only watched because I FOMO. I wanted to talk about it with everyone else, and it was really good. And then we got the final episode, and I'm like, why? What, blue balls.
Yeah, season 2 was not my favorite. Season 1 was much better.
Lots of good moments and stuff still. I was definitely interested.
They changed things though, and whenever they change stuff from source material, I always get, butthurt about it because I'm like, no, it's not that person, it's this person. And
yeah, it's not Aegon the 7th, it's Aegon the 25th who's supposed to be doing this.
No, but I mean, like the sisters, Daemon's daughters, their dynamic is different. They got rid of Nettles, who is the one that actually rides like the sheep stealer dragon, the one that's like the rogue dragon. They haven't really gotten to that yet, but they hinted at it.
Oh my God, they blue balls us with it. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that's probably my favorite of his books because it reads like a history novel. And yeah, there's a lot of material. It's very in depth. And you kind of forget, you lose track of the Aegons and the Alyssas and the Alysanes because there's like 20 of them.
Oh, yeah.
My God. But
I struggled with that.
Like in the back that you can reference, like remind yourself and stuff. I read it twice. That's the only one that I read twice. And so I was excited after season 1. This one was kind of like, I don't like where they're taking it. I don't like what they're doing with Allison. Like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings.
What I love about comic books is it takes the best, because there's issues with books is you don't have the visuals, and then movies, you don't have all that inner dialogue of books. And why I love comic books so much as a medium is that it combines the two and you get the best of visual medium, plus you get all that like backstory and inner dialogue and narration and stuff.
When it's done well, when the panels are actually, the thumbnails and everything are done really well. When it's not, it can be a hot mess. So
yeah.
Like
Jessica, did you have any thoughts on House of the Dragon season 2?
I've not seen it, so I don't know.
Really? Okay.
No.
What's not?
I've
did you
only
not even
read
watch season?
No, I haven't. I haven't even seen Game of Thrones. I've only read the Song of Ice and Fire.
Even more days.
Sweet summer child.
That's it. I've only read. I haven't
smart.
even seen the show. So anytime that people were saying like stuff was going on in the show, I was going like, "Well, this is how it happens in the book," and they were like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Stay Gucci,
Stay Gucci, their gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. Hail, homie. Always a pleasure, and I'm working on getting that. I know, right? We got men on top, women on bottom. True equality.
Always in balance.
Yes. I want to trade mine. No, but
you owe us. You have to give us something in return, though. Are you getting out of here?
Gucci needs
I
to
have
leave.
to. I have to bounce. I have to go pick up the girlfriend. So
yes,
you guys have a great stream.
Stay Gucci. You want to do a Gooch salute?
No, those aren't allowed. No.
Okay.
Stay Gucci.
Force
Stay
my
Gucci.
control. All right, bye, Gooch. Get out of here.
Good night, buddy.
See you out there.
Nice meeting you guys. Take
It
care.
was nice meeting you. Emphasis on the was nice. Until
Well,
the
that was
Gooch
Gooch.
salute. All right. All right. Well, Jessica, since we lost someone, you feel free to leave whenever you want, but we're going to move on from George R. R. Martin, so I'm not kicking you
Yeah,
out
I
of here.
do. Oh no,
But
thank
feel
you
free
for
to get out of
having
here.
me on seriously, but I do have to go and do
Oh,
like chore stuff. So you know, all
I
that
appreciate you
Oh,
jumping
a
on.
woman that knows her
We
place.
love
How
you.
refreshing.
Stay Gucci.
Bye, Jess.
Bye, Jess. Always a pleasure. All right.
Man talk.
I just
Thank
don't
you.
realize that I got a fucking
Love that.
name from last night after the shit.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that.
Oh, hi,
but-
Hondo.
All right, so Leon, we need you. We were talking about some Terrifier 3. Terrifier 3 earns $8.2 million in the film's domestic opening day. That's pretty freaking good. Almost
I
beat-
contributed this.
Nice. Almost beat Terrifier 2 in one day to become the highest grossing film in the franchise. And then next one, Terrifier 3 will be #1 domestically this weekend, beating Joker 2, which is in its second week. The film is now projected to make at least double what Joker 2 makes this weekend. Why? Because it only earned $2.2 million on Friday,
This is how you do
just like
it.
Badger
Oh,
predicted,
yeah.
a 90, was it Badger or Gooch? 90% drop from its domestic opening.
I for certain, I'm sure this is not a shock, a large drop off once word of mouth got out. But isn't it ironic that Sonia, who is
Jesus.
afraid of clowns, liked this
She
movie?
is, oh my
Yeah,
God.
afraid of
I saw that
clowns.
last night.
To the point of someone almost put on a clown thing and she started to get like hyperventilate before they realized that what was happening. Yeah.
That's funny.
Jesus Davila, what's
Well,
up, brother?
We got the arachnophobia mode in games where they're going to add like a clown
Not in
phobia toggle.
Veilguard, not in Veilguard, where there's no fucking spiders. People were complaining, and then there were no spiders.
Who needs an arachnophobia toggle when you just don't put any spiders in at all? Wait, Lady Aaron D, would you use an arachnophobia toggle on a video game though?
I hate spiders.
Yes, there's
But
not
that's why
hating
you
spiders.
kill them.
There's seen one and like shrieking and like, you know, getting your husband to come squash it or whatever. There's that. But then there's a arachnophobia toggle in a video game. Would you toggle?
And you know what it used to turn them into?
No,
Crabs.
probably not.
Crabs or something funny.
Crabs.
Yeah, because I mean, like it's virtual, right? Or
Crabs
Right.
still erect? Well, I mean, I know the crustaceans, aren't they like?
It's still
Crabs?
multiple legs.
crabs are freakier. They're like spike instead of furry spider. They're like spiky
They're
spiders.
anything that moves sideways as it's fucking coming at me. No, thank you.
Yeah,
crabs
spiders.
are creepy.
Yeah, spiders wear like light or medium armor, and crabs wear a heavy armor. Like I would rather take on the light. You can't squash the heavy armor.
Did your tricorder tell you that? Fucking
Decapods.
I
just
love crab, right? Like cooking again, favorite hobby. Love cooking. I love making seafood. Love making crabs. And I saw this video on the internet. If it's on the internet, you know it's real. Of like one of those packaged crabs, like in a grocery store, and it was still alive, and it clawed its way out of the fucking shrink wrap and crawled
Package.
its way
Yeah, I saw that
over all the
too.
other dead crabs.
You gotta
And
let
I
it go.
was mortified,
What?
and I've not had a crab since.
Dude, like as a kid, the lobster tanks and like the lobster tanks at the grocery store. I'm like, but like spiders, like I carry them outside and like instead of smashing them, but I see that lobster tank and I'm like, oh.
Dude, I love spiders. I've never understood. I get it. Everyone's got different fears and whatnot, but I've never understood arachnophobia. I think spiders.
Yeah, you saw Charlotte's Web, right? You loved her.
I read the book in elementary school and that was great. I've not seen the movie, so I couldn't tell you that. But crabs,
Yes,
spiders,
and crustaceans are way more hardcore. They're wearing heavy armor. They're the tanks.
Corn boy, that's why it's our job.
biologically immortal. Like they don't die unless you kill them. They age.
Yeah, that's why it's our job to keep them in check and to humble them. Rip off one of their arms for
Spiders are like they get in your house. Like you're not going to find crabs in your house. You know, I
Well, it
mean,
depends on who you've been sleeping with.
You should call your girlfriends,
different
Hayden.
kind of crabs. But I don't know. I grew up on water, so that kind of stuff never bothered me.
Snakes?
See,
So are you cool with snakes?
I grew up growing
I'm
up
fine
in the
with
Midwest.
snakes.
we
My
get,
mother
like,
was scared of
tarantulas
snakes.
and shit, and they're super fucking cool. I'm like, oh, come here, you furry little guy. Let's keep you as a pet. Like,
I like spiders. I'm a spider apologist because they eat all the bugs that like are obnoxious and give us diseases.
Yeah, I'm fine with them being outside. We had a huge like garden spider like in our slider, and the kids were like finding little bugs and feeding it to them. Like I was fine with it. just don't let it in my house.
I allow Daddy Longlegs to survive.
Oh, those guys
Watched
are
one
so
in my medicine
cool.
cabinet. I watched it like from a little baby to big, and then one day it was gone. I was like, oh well, he moved on.
Yeah.
Oh, more. So when they turn us into like the superhumans, are we going to be part lobster? Actually, heavy armor. Yeah, honestly, we probably are. Snakes are worse. Spiders are cool to watch. Snakes pop out of nowhere, and we got a ton of rattlesnakes out. Yeah, like Hayden is in the Australia of America.
They pop out of nowhere. They literally have a fucking rattle on the end of them that they shake when you get near. I know you can step on one, and it's all bad.
So Russ has a spider behind the monitor, and also a gecko hiding behind the kitchen cabinets.
Right.
Hayden, do you have the fucking like the calf protectors? There's a word for it. I'm trying to think of, but like it's snake proof. So if you step on one, they bite your calf. It's like a whatever. It's like armor, basically.
Like a shin guard for your calf.
You'll wrap around.
That was my thought.
Going out in the bush. Yeah.
But Hayden doesn't need that. My headcanon is that Hayden's such a badass. He walks around everywhere in ankle weights. He's like, I'm gonna work these legs out, boy.
Right. I'm with Isaac. Like I live in New England where things die in the winter. So
one of the good things about cold.
Yeah.
I live in the Midwest where we're dead inside all year round.
Yep.
Thanks, Scoob. Thank you for telling everyone about this. Thank you for your public service announcement. We're not going to be able to sleep tonight, Scoob. Thank you.
Eat the bugs.
Unknown to many people.
That's a lie, Scooby Pup.
I know. They say, I don't believe. What, did they set up a camera while people sleep for a whole year and count how many spiders are going in their mouth? I don't believe it.
By the way, not for
Fake
nothing,
news.
you would think a snake would like feel all the vibrations of people and machinery and be like, no, fuck that, and just stay away from it naturally. But
I always thought snakes were super cool. That's like Indiana Jones' one character flaw. Is like really gonna be afraid of snakes, you pussy. Me and my homie Cookie is like back. He used to live out in the country. We both did, and snakes love dead carpet. And so we would always keep like dead carpet laying around the backyard, and just place it in different places, and leave it there for a couple days. Then we'd come and we'd yank the carpet up, and you could see 3 or 4 snakes like they'd scurry away. We try and catch them and shit, and it was awesome.
what else did you and your friend Cookie do?
It's the surprise. Like snakes aren't scary if like someone's like, "Oh, here's like my pet snake." You're like, "Cool." The problem
That's
is when
what I
you
was thinking,
look
gators.
down and you see a snake slither, and then it's like, "Oh my god!" And it's like the snake's just like, "I don't care, bro. I'm just gonna slither around like
sorry,
I'm doing."
gators.
And we're like, "Oh, it's trying to kill us."
In my head, it was saying garters, and I know Hayden doesn't wear those, but it was gators is what I was thinking of. I didn't say it. Yeah,
One of his VTubers has some.
One of his VTubers very definitely does wear garters, but he doesn't, thankfully.
Yeah, like some garden snakes and stuff. Those dudes are adorable.
Oh, Hayden, let's just for his.
I'm hungry.
There's literally a movie called Arachnophobia. That's not the best argument.
Snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah.
Tomahawk for 10.
Ooh.
If you don't like bugs, get chickens. They eat most of them. I don't know why they won't eat box elder bugs. Dude, chickens are hardcore little dinosaurs. They'll eat mice.
Wait, box elder bug? Elder? Are those like the bosses? The elder bug? Are those like the elite units or something? They got like armor on them or like crabs, heavy armor on them? What are box elder bugs? What are box elder bugs?
They
Someone
glow
tell me.
and they drop
What's
they drop legendary loot.
Tomahawk, I swear I'm trying to understand your super chats. I swear.
By the way, a snake coming out of a tree
Thank
is
you,
a little
Holly.
biblical right there.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
All right, so good news. It's Hugh Jackman's birthday. He's like 57 or something somehow.
He's got 40 more years.
Ryan Reynolds' birthday message. I hope we get to do this till we're 90. Oh my God, fire Kevin Feige and just put Ryan Reynolds in charge of everything. But like, yeah, look at they're playing some table tennis.
His
This is so
marketing-
adorable. Just oh my God, put him in charge.
His marketing for Deadpool and Wolverine was genius. All the little commercials and podcast stuff and streaming and
I don't think I saw anyone but these two doing interviews as well. They didn't let any of the side cast say anything stupid. I think all I ever saw was these two.
Emma Corwin didn't talk about the sexuality of her character and how stunning and brave it was. Yeah.
Correct. Like if
Till he's
you look
90,
at Ryan Reynolds' Twitter bio, it's like all the companies he owns, and I'm just like, just keep adding to the list, bro. Everything he touches turns to gold.
Love his Mint. Like anytime a Mint Mobile commercial, if it's one I hadn't seen yet, comes up on
they're
YouTube,
funny.
I watch it. Like I watch. I was like, oh, what are you doing illegal, you stupid actor? Like I was like, he gets it. He knows that we hate these people. He's so self-aware that we love him for it. When COVID was going down and he made that Instagram reel, and he's all like, and the people that are really struggling and going through the most are us, the actors. And like, he's throwing so much shit at all the other actors. I was like, oh, the dude's a gem. We love him.
Okay. Are those stink
gnarly
bugs?
one.
Is that what we
That's a
call stink
fucking
bugs?
gnarly one.
Or oh wait, no. Well, that looks like a lightning bug. Are those bad guys? Also, elder bug. With the orange, they do look. It does look like an elite enemy.
Aren't those the ones that make you sick? What are they called? Like the kissing bugs or whatever?
Oh yeah, maybe. But yeah.
Oh, fuck
more
all
reasons to
that.
have
You
chickens.
bite your
Yeah.
face, like around
No.
here.
Fuck all that.
They look kind of like that. It might not be the same ones, but that might be why chickens don't want to
Get
eat
the
them.
chills on this fucking thing's disgusting.
I'm nice to bugs up to a certain point, and then it's squashy time.
Yeah.
Dude, the only like I got no issue with bugs except moths. Fuck that. I'm terrified of moths. I hate them. Moths are not okay.
He said
Bugs
mods
shouldn't-
for a second.
I
I was
know,
like,
I was
well, hold
like,
on, not the
what?
mods in this chat, of course.
No,
Moths.
moths.
Yes.
Moths.
Moth.
Bugs shouldn't have like dog and cat levels of fur. That's terrifying. That's weird. I don't like it.
Some moths are really pretty. Have you ever seen the lunar moths? They look almost
I
like
like moths.
butterflies.
Mothra hater
lunar
confirmed.
moths are lunar moths are like
Yeah,
Arctic eldritch beast moths.
They're pretty though.
No, Mothra
They're
already taught us.
terrifying. I hate 'em.
Mothra taught us that moths are good. You're scientifically
Mothra is the
wrong.
exception, not the rule. I will die for that bitch. She's Godzilla's other half.
Would you eat Mothra for your if you don't have enough of your daily protein ration? Would you kill a Mothra and eat it to
I will
save your
eat another
village?
before I eat Mothra. Or any moth.
Gunho, you see
Like
any mods
candy.
around here? You time them out.
Damn mods. They just go to the light. Yeah.
Scatter. Mothra is okay. Yeah, see, Mothra confirmed. All right. So other things that are adorable. Sequel to Wild Robot is in the works. Funny because we just went over this yesterday. This is going to lose so much money. Why the hell are they making a sequel? Also, go see it if you got kids. Go see it. Wait, Lady Ernie.
Wait, are you actually wondering why they make a sequel? It's a book series. There's like several of the books.
Well, it's going to lose a ton of money despite.
No,
it being
I
very
asked
good.
my kids about it, but they're at that age where it's lame. You know, they're not
It's the
old enough and they're not young enough. You know what I mean?
There's been some kids-ish movies I've wanted to see, but I'm like, I feel a little weird. This is the first kids movie with my unlimited pass I saw, so I get being a little weird. But when like the teenagers are like, I'm too old for this, I would say it is just genuinely a good movie. So I'm a little disappointed it's doing so bad.
Well, also, I mean, you walking
Yeah, I heard
into
it
a
was
theater
good.
like looking how you look without having kids or a partner or something with you would probably be weird. Like, and that's not called. It would be weird for me or Badger or like
Correct.
get away with it on account of like you're a lady. But if any of us dudes just walked into this movie by ourselves, it would look weird. I watched Terrifier by myself and it was fine. But
So production budget 78 mil. So we're looking at like 125 mil total with all the marketing and stuff. 110, as we all know, you got to half that to about a 55 mil. So currently looking like it's probably going to lose 50 mil.
Leon, do you not
Which is
use
sad.
headphones? Do you just have us over your microphone? That tracks. That tracks. We're fucking headphones. That's why you talk over everyone all the time because you can't hear us speaking because you can hear us on the
no,
fucking
I'm just an
speaker.
asshole.
It can be all of the above.
Officials. Real officials. Man.
All right, Melanie. Wait, what about Iron Giant? Wasn't that Vin Diesel or something?
Yeah.
Wait, Moth
The OG
Infestation.
animation.
Moth Infestation. There were thousands of them on our locations. You get in your vehicle and shut the door, and 30 would fly out of the engine compartment. That is when you're. That I don't kill bugs, but when that's happening, I'm sorry. You should have. It's a Lisa Bart situation of if you don't get out of the way of me, that's your fault.
Yeah, I'm just going to do this. If you happen to be in the way, it's not my fault if it hits you.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything about that chat just.
That's exactly what Biden said to that Nord Stream pipeline. It's like, well, if you're in the way, we're just going to send our bomb and move out of the way. And they didn't move. It's the pipeline's fault.
Right. Who the hell are you, Melanie Mac, to say what is Tomb Raider? I'm Melanie Mac, and I'll say it again. That is how you deal with these people. Gatekeep them the fuck out of our hobbies. Lol, miss me with that. That's the energy. Like Melanie Mac is showing the way.
No more. We were too nice. We let everyone in. There was no gatekeeping. We let everyone. We're so happy, and we grossly misunderestimated the whole thing. Yeah.
Our
now
bad.
There must be gatekeeping.
We're being too inclusive. We will not make that mistake again.
Dude, I don't know about you guys. Actually, no, Badger, I do know about you. I don't know about you, Erwin or Lady. When I first started on YouTube a couple of years ago, I was so much nicer than I am now in terms of like the way I talk about things in my videos. And now it's just like, nope, go full radical, be the villain they want you to be. Fuck it.
I'm nice.
They're gonna accuse you of it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't necessarily need to go through our Joker arc, but definitely stop worrying about how they're going to react to stuff. Because like we're showing with like Kim Belair and the Sweet Baby Inc., even when you listen to them and you try to give them those DEI opportunities, it's never, ever enough.
Just because I called Mercante a fucking sex worker and the fake journalist doesn't mean I wasn't trying to be nice.
Yes, and I love literally
allegedly.
And she still plays victim.
If
like,
they go, if that lawsuit goes through, they're literally going to have exhibit of here's a tweet. Alyssa Mercante tweet 1 of her being a whore. Here's Alyssa Mercante tweet 75 of her being a paid whore. It should be an interesting. I wonder if they're going to break
the doxing when she's like legit messaging like JT's wife or whatever she was doing. Like, come on, lady.
It's just like Kim Belair. Oh, there's a hate campaign against us. We're going to totally forget that we're the ones that started the hate campaign. And then this was just in response to us attacking someone. No, we're going to forget that part.
Like, I know the joke is that Gary radicalized people, and I make that joke too. Like, he radicalized me, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing is that, no. They radicalized us. In other words, they pissed us off and activated us by continuing to do what they do. And then we just found people that were saying what we were thinking and feeling, like-minded. Yeah. Not crazy.
100%.
Oh, and I will say too, like speaking of scissoring and whatnot and pipelines, is InfoWars, Breitbart, and I think I saw another conservative outlet cover the trans clone trooper. So everyone's always like, "Oh, why won't you guys cover the culture war stuff?" And I'm saying is, if you actually pay attention, a lot of them do. And then, when I saw all of them covering that, it's like how Asmongold is doing our videos. Now when I see InfoWars like doing articles that's for like us,
Gary.
Okay, so to be fair, I do think one of the reasons that they stopped doing that for a while was because Milo Yiannopoulos, when he was with Breitbart, got in on the Gamergate shit and he got into it too late, and it did kind of ruin Gamergate for us when like provocateurs. I thought Milo was funny and whatnot, but at the end of the day, he was a provocateur, and he did make Gamergate look like it was some hardcore right-wing movement as opposed to actual legitimate gamers who cared about ethics and gaming journalism. So they stayed out of nerd culture shit because when they did get into it, it fucked everything up.
Well, we are impossible. Oh, why don't we talk about it more? And then Matt Walsh talks about it. You talked about it wrong, Matt Walsh. Don't ever talk about it. It's like, what do we want?
I'm guilty of that.
Still. Yes, yes. I just like
like 4 or 5 "fuck you, Matt Walsh" videos, so I can't say shit.
Yeah, so
he has some bad takes.
But so it's like, oh, we're bridging the gap, guys. We're bridging the gap. That's my original point. All right, so they have been turning like DC and even like Star Wars into manga and anime. Like we just got the Suicide Squad Isekai. Now we got an untitled DC anime style action comedy in the works at Cartoon Network that somehow has not been closed down yet, but is on the way out. What do you guys think about them turning everything into anime and manga? I kind of support it.
It depends on if it's a Japanese studio and Japanese writing team actually doing it, as opposed to, hey, let's us Americans write everything, give it to Japs just to fucking animate it because Japanese sells.
Yes, correct. The Japs. Sorry, I'm a little stuck on that. But I mean, I'm kind of support. It's a little cash grabby, but it's like them venomizing the entire Marvel universe. It's like they have nothing going on. If something is selling, I'm fine with them just going all. It's like when we make a video that pops off, and then our next like 5 videos are about that one subject. I get it.
Do that.
We would never make 5 Matt Walsh videos in a row.
Okay, it was 5 over like 8 to 10 months, to be fair.
Anime has a satanic vibe.
It's not wrong.
All right,
Did you hear him clear that up when he went on Tim Pool's show though? Like a year after that comment, he's all like,
not wrong.
But he's like, it's like I'm always dry and sarcastic, and people know it until I say something about anime, then they lose their minds. But I just don't like it. I don't actually find satanic.
Milk. Yeah, or any of his comments.
Well, when 2 of 3 of Gooch's anime suggestions have literal demons SA-ing the protagonist.
I've seen a spider vagina attack people. Yeah, no, there's some roots. There's some roots.
Like I said, like I'm on a roller. This anime I'm watching right now for Tomok, I'm on a roller coaster of if I'm allowed to like it or not. All right, so we have our most important segment of the day. ABF Watch. We actually have something for you today. Our first group dinner in Peru. The food here is amazing. And look at all those happy faces, all those evil bigots. Well, I will say I'm seeing a lot of white people, especially in this area right here. But yeah, all they do is crab bucket, pull each other down, and attack each other, and this is what we do. They hate us because they ain't us. And we got a little bit of Gary, who found the pineapple pizza in Peru.
Oh boy, that looks horrible.
Well, I assume it's not
pineapple curry slop on top. I don't know.
Right?
It looks like curry meets like
chutney or something. Yeah. Did he puke on it first? It's like a spider to try to melt it down.
I'm not one for the pineapple pizza. I don't support that.
I mean, I can condone some of it, but that's not one that I would try to make a case for.
Me and Lady Aaron D agree on like 98% of things I've noticed, but I'm not sure we can be friends anymore after this, lady. Oh, right. So I thought another fun thing we could do for the ABF Watch is document in his like a week and a half he's gone, but he's doing like other stuff, so he's on like vacation for like a month-ish. So I thought we should document how much America implodes while he is gone, and considering how we've got an election coming up. Hey Badger, did you see this? There hasn't been a single moment where we regretted leaving California. Mask mandates are coming back to the Bay Area. Here's why.
They are. Yeah, the Bay. I'm not in the Bay Area, thankfully.
I know, that would not fly in. When it starts, it likes to spread like a cancer.
And now I'm a full-blown informed Alex Jones, and I would start talking, they made up these mandates. They couldn't pick 12, so they got to 6. They're all made up. Yeah. No one's doing this again.
I saw someone wearing a mask just today. Some people are going to
go in their cars alone. I point out.
And may they stay there in their cars alone where they aren't hurting anyone.
Correct.
I mean, yeah, but they should drive home, park their car in the garage, keep it running, and close the garage door.
Right.
Allegedly in Minecraft, and this has been ABF Watch.
Get me down from here!
He is currently on his home planet right now, and he will return briefly, probably with some new superpowers. Small diced pineapple and Cajun butter, and then add it to pizza. It's epic. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yep.
You got to have other things on it. Like people, if you get just pineapple as the topping, that's insane. I don't think anyone is advocating for just pineapple.
Yeah, like I could do probably like white pizza, like where it's garlic and like ham and the pineapple together. I could do that. But the red sauce with pineapple sounds like
I'm a pineapple on pizza apologist, but it's always garlic parmesan white sauce with pineapple and bacon. You can add jalapeno as well if you want some kick.
I could do that.
Or like a barbecue. Do barbecue sauce as the base instead? Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe barbecue.
I'm a fan.
Barbecue sauce is too sweet. I think the sweet on sweet would be a bit too much.
Samesies.
Yeah. I would say it's just with the sweetness, really. I mean, we got like fatty, greasy stuff, like acidic, like fruits and whatnot. Like it literally goes with a bunch of all that. It goes with the damn. Sorry, Lady Aaron D. We'll just have to agree to disagree that you are wrong and me and Leon are right.
Hayden seems
I'm
like
not
the type of
against
guy.
it. I mean, I don't know what Gary posted. That looked like puke on a plate.
I disavow that as well. He's not with us.
He looks like the type of guy that
bruschetta bread with that kind of combination on top, probably that would work with like some drizzle of olive oil and stuff. Like, yeah, I can do that.
Olive oil drizzle. You white woman, you. Patrick, what were you trying to say?
I'll insult him later. It's
All right, now we're gonna start a war in the guy if we keep going.
Fridays
on
hamburgers are good.
Do a pineapple ring on a good, like juicy thick burger is real good. Like I feel like we sort of stopped at pineapple. We should have kept going. Like, hey, how do mangoes taste on pizza? Like, I try it.
No, you can put apple on pizza.
Not apple. Not apple's a basic bitch fruit. I want something with high vitamin C. Something with high vitamin C is the way to go.
You can start putting some tangerines and clementines on your pizza.
Ooh, now that I would try.
Have like a drink of Blue Moon with it. That could be. Oh, no, that'd be terrible. Like, because pineapples are very special. That taste is like the acidicness of that taste is what makes it work rather than other like fruits that I would not work as well. But supposedly tomatoes. Can we have a tomatoes or not fruit discussion real quick? Tomatoes are a vegetable. Fuck anyone who says otherwise.
Tomatoes are a fruit, but that's the difference between knowledge and wisdom.
No.
Knowledge is knowing that tomato is in fact a fruit, and wisdom isn't putting it in a fucking fruit salad.
Do they put it in the grocery store? Is it next to the fruits or the vegetables? It's right there next to the avocados.
Well, you'll fail if you go to culinary school and take the test because it's a fruit.
Is that one of the questions?
Yeah.
Question
you have to
57.
correctly identify shit, and a fruit is what a tomato is. It's got
58. Pluto is a planet.
No, it is not, and I hope you're not being serious. That will drive me up a wall. Pluto is not a fucking planet; it's a planetoid.
I'm going full Leon Devil's retard. Pluto is a planet. Change my mind. No, sorry, we don't have 45. We don't have 45 minutes. All right. So a reminder, they're doing the San Antonio meetup, and I mostly just wanted to show off the poster because it's SpaceCon. So man, do I like this poster. Is this a joke I don't get? What is this pig doing? Oh, okay, I don't think it is.
I don't know what it actually is. I just thought that'd be funny. I don't actually know. Just saying.
But yeah, these posters are always so freaking cool. I got I think one of the San Antonio ones where they're all like cowboys and stuff hanging up on my wall. Alrighty, that out of the way.
Pluto is a cartoon dog. Like I just read that so matter of fact and blunt in my head. That's really funny.
Good answer. So we actually aren't done talking about Gary. Turns out he was right about Bon Jovi. Now we got John Bon Jovi. The People's House is a song that celebrates this beautiful place that we call home, from sea to shining sea. The truth matters, and the truth is on election day. I'll be voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because I believe in the power of we. Wait, hold on. Not of me. I've written a song reminding us that out of many, we are still one. Yeah, John Bon Jovi did a Kamala propaganda song.
Yeah, he says from sea to shining sea, but I wonder if he's from the river to the sea sort of guy.
Oh, Jesus. No, he's a rich neighborhood that it's got a tiny little incredibly white bubble, I assume. But in this, he has a bunch of like fat black people like high-fiving. Literally. And like a group does a high five at one point, like 4 of them do a high five, and then everyone, like a normal person, like lowers their hands, and then one person just like awkwardly keeps their hands up for some reason because it's so super incredibly staged, and these people don't even know how to do high fives.
People who listen to celebrities like to decide who to vote for need their brain checked.
Yes.
Honestly.
I'm about to say people who listen to Bon Jovi, and I was like, oh, I like Bon Jovi.
I don't hate Bon Jovi, but I'm not a huge fan.
I'm saying when you go in to vote, here is my ID. Here's my answer to naming the 2 houses of Congress, and then here's my written. Here's my signature saying that I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. If we just do those things to be able to vote, honestly, we could solve a lot of problems in this country. But yeah, celebrity endorsements. Who votes because a celebrity tells them to? They should not be.
That was what I said on my stream about Zachary Levi, though. I was like, hey, great. I'm glad Zachary Levi came out pro Trump. But if you were waiting for Zachary Levi to tell you to vote Trump, I really don't want you voting Trump. Like, it goes both ways. I know there aren't very many celebrities going pro Trump, but celebrate the ones that do for being brave enough to come out and be like, yo, I'm on this side. But don't make your vote because of that, or else you're just still a retard.
I want to say IQ test, but think about how all the smart, like crazy leftist commies and whatnot. Like a lot of them they're really stupid, but they're also like IQ smart and whatnot. Honestly, like that's the thing is we don't even have to get into that. All you do is you just ask, what are the two houses of Congress, or like, who is the current president, or something super duper duper basic. And if you can't answer that, sorry, you can't vote. Hell, you get one wrong, we'll ask you another question. Hell, you can be prepping before, learning the basics of civics before in the line, and I'm fine with it. Just the tiniest bit of, you at least need to know the most basic amount to be allowed to vote. I think that itself would solve so many problems. So we're going to start our Nerds for Trump campaign and put some cringe videos out. What kind of dance number are we going to do? Leon, do you want to choreograph that for us?
This dance, the Trump dance.
I kind of think we should go like the Twisted Sister route of like, it's not quite heavy metal, but it's not quite dancing either. It's sort of in between, so you can still be bass, but also sort of let your freak flag fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Hypno and the modern audience for getting him to 64K subscribers. Let's fucking go. Smash JT at 72,000. Bro, it's going to be 100K any freaking day. That dude, it's not fair. I hate him. I'm stealing it. We all need to have a nice little get together and decide how we're going to heist all of his algorithm and steal some of the algorithm for ourselves.
or we could just Julius Caesar him.
100. Yeah. Yes. At 2, Leona. All right. So we might need a little bit of time to talk about this one. So I'm going to pull this one up first. I don't feel so good, Mr. Musk. We were just talking about this because we found out about this yesterday, the old Tesla bot, and how sci-fi dystopia it is. Straight up iRobot. And this is definitely where we're
the self-driving vehicles I have
into the camps.
concerns with.
Especially this, if it were like a little, like 1-2 person vehicle driving by itself and it hit something, okay. One of these hits you, you're dead. And they have so many problems still, they can't get anything right. And then, of course, that doesn't even get in how they are, oh, your social credit score is not high enough, so you're not allowed to drive and whatnot. Lady Andrew, you got any thoughts on a cyberpunk future we're about to live in?
I mean, the self-driving vehicles, I have concerns. Like he's saying, oh, we'll use this for like public transportation. Like, have you been on a public bus? Like, do you see the things that happen on public transportation?
Bang bus, bang bus.
You need a driver to kind of mitigate, like,
to sit there and not do anything while horrible things happen. Yeah.
Right.
Driver ain't doing shit anyway.
I mean, not to lope on Badger State, but California is notorious for carjackings right now. And then he's like, look, they stop for pedestrians. And I'm like, okay, what happens when the pedestrians are trying to get in the vehicle, rob the people, do things to the people?
Yeah, you got to
like,
program.
You're just gonna stop and open the door for them?
In this block area, you're allowed to run red lights if necessary. Because I mean, that's how it is. Some of those places, it's like no one's around. It's actually safer to just go through the red light. Safer for everyone involved.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. And then he's like, well, it's going to create more green space. And I'm like, is it though? Like, you're still going to have cars and you're still going to have families that have different places to go at different times of the day. Are they going to drop you off and then drive back to your house and wait to go pick you up later? Like, I mean, I have questions is all I'm saying. It's a great idea.
Woman, they look cool, and that's all that matters.
It's those communism, on paper. So I don't.
Techno-fascism.
I don't know.
So I could have probably pulled up several of these stories. This one's just February this year. Angry mob attacks autonomous vehicle in San Francisco. When I say our monkey brain is going to save us from all of this, this is what I'm talking about. I would never advocate for it. But yeah, you're going to put one of your Tesla buses, have it go around without a driver. Sounds good. I hope you don't put any rims on it. It's not going to have any by the time it gets back to the station.
Man talk. All you guys are going to shut up when we get our sex bots that sound like Scarlett Johansson and look like we want them to look like. All right? All you troglodytes or you Technites or whatever.
Robots are weird. Like they talk like regular people. I expected them to have like robotic, like Siri voices, or like, hey,
they talk
Google,
like normal vernacular. Yeah.
It was like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Lord
yes, we have a clip for this. I'm going to it. Actually, would you like to read this for us, Badger?
Sure. I was hesitant about getting into YouTube, into the YouTube game, but then I figured it's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to
Just
live.
gonna live
Well,
while
I'm alive.
alive. It's my life.
Only you can stop them.
Clearly, he is
Thank you,
correct.
Bronco.
We just need to hold on to what we got. You know, doesn't really matter because we make it or not. Sorry, fine. Fuck you. We'll sing the classic.
I'm
Ryan
a
Shatner's the
cowboy in
classics.
an electric car I ride.
Let's see. All right, so
Wanted lithium batteries. Yeah, you're
the thing
fucked with
is,
all the lithium.
it's like, okay, they're gonna steal my job. So I was a delivery driver, 100% they were gonna steal the job. But it's like, oh, I'm a streamer now. They're not gonna steal my job. One of my favorite people to watch is Neurosama, who is an AI VTuber. My favorite content on YouTube currently is an AI streamer. They're gonna take our jobs, Badger. We won't let them.
Yeah. I mean, eventually,
No, the
that
ultimate
sort of would
grift,
be the thing.
Badger, you should fake like you're an AI streamer. Like you put something over your screen and whatnot.
I mean,
if that
I
comes to it, pretend to be AI.
I could see the usefulness in space travel with these things, right? Like I could see the usefulness in very dangerous, like rescue type situations where we're putting additional human lives at risk to try and go in and help people in certain cases, looking for bombs, in certain countries. Like, sure, there's usefulness there. But I'm not going to let it watch my kids or teach my kids things. Like, not unless I have something to do with how the software is developed for that, because I don't know what it's teaching my children. Is it going to call me if something happens, or is it going to try and like do abdominal surgery on my kid that swallowed a magnet?
Your child is now the correct gender. You are welcome.
Yeah.
Right,
Your child
like,
was
no.
experiencing appendicitis, but don't worry, I took it out for him. It's in the freezer.
Yeah.
Great
But
dinner later. Like,
what? But it's one of those situations where we're looking towards Chinese gaming companies to give us not woke stuff. Would AI a woke AI could arguably be better than some of these teachers unions.
But Grok will fight them. Grok is our Kokoro
That's
made by
yes!
Elon. Yes.
Yes,
The AI is dependent on who makes it. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would trust Grok over the teachers unions.
Guess who's been using Grok for some of the images more over that Bing Copilot since it went full woke on its actual release? Fuck, the pussies won't even put Ubisoft in a thing anymore. It's like, I can't because of the company name. It's like, you pussies.
Yeah, my buddy likes to use that as well. He sends me pictures of like Kamala eating geese and stuff like that.
Oh.
So someone said in my Discord that there needs to be someone needs to make a video of Trump and Kamala singing A Whole New World. And I was like, that's good, but even better would be Don't Go Breaking My Heart. That's what I want to see. I want AI Trump and AI Kamala doing Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. That would be a good one.
Oh God.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't like we are walking into a Black Mirror episode is how it feels.
Son, what have I told you about fucking the robot? Stop it. I bought this for house chores. It's not to be abused with your sick fantasies. But Dad, I got a black market vajayjay for it. Look, it works in everything.
Actually, there's a Rick and Morty episode about that basically, and
is there really?
They're all like sitting around the table trying to eat, and they can just hear him going to town upstairs. He comes down, it's like no shirt, and just like chugs something. Yeah, and then it turns out it's actually like some sex. It like creates some like alien baby, so he ends up accidentally becoming a father, and yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah. Oh man, sex bots.
Yeah, we're done for.
Think about like what fourth wave feminism has done to relationships. Sex bots is going to finish off.
Last night, we already are not having enough children. It's already impossible for a man to just go up to a woman and flirt with her for the most part, without getting accused of something. And so, yeah, if you give all these men fucking sex bots, we're done for. We're done for.
Oh my God. I forgot about the Lucy Liu bot. So true.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and the more they divide us, the more appealing that is going to be to more and more guys.
Yeah.
No,
how many have like the AI like girlfriends that you can just talk to? They message you and stuff online. Like,
seen those stories, yeah.
Because they're nice to them and they tell them they're great, and that's what men need to hear. But
that's what I was going to say earlier.
Won't do it. They're like, no.
Now I need to be told I'm a piece of shit and racist and not good enough.
Right.
And yeah.
Well, that's my point. Is I was going to joke earlier. Is we all hate AI until it's a pretty girl who says something nice to us, and then we love it. That's what a lot of, like, the VTuber stuff is like. Oh, it's so weird, and then it's like, oh
fair,
no, it's anime girl saying nice things to me.
Rat did have 2 children that seem to be semi-productive and will be a benefit to society. He should have his own sex bot. You got it, buddy. Retire. You're good.
Maybe that's how it should be done. You got to earn your sex bot by having a real woman for X amount of time, and then you are gifted your sex bot once your woman is no longer desirable.
Doesn't this sound like a romantic comedy in a dystopian future where me and another chick who just want our sex bots get together, and then we end up finding true human love? Well, we just got the marriage, so we get our sex bots.
And then all of a sudden the sex box eyes turn red and it's no longer a sex bot. It's a kill bot.
You get to hell. You tell him Itchy sent you. Yeah.
I am never letting go. Yay, I can't wait. All right, 2 hours. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk about? No. I'm just... Man, I ordered the Horseman from Rippaverse, but like this helmet is...
Horseman.
Really concerns me. It's so... BDSM puppy play. It kind of bugs me. And then he's got the rip for her pleasure, like arms and kneecaps. And I now realize that. So he's, I like the logo, the little like knight chest piece or chest. Yeah, I said a chest piece on the chest piece logo. I kind of like, but now I just realized that this is supposed to, I think it's supposed to be like a, what are the towers are called in chess, right? Is that what they're doing? Yeah, rook. Is this supposed to be a rook? I just thought it was ribbed for her. And then he's just got like baseball bats.
It's long the nose.
At least make them spiked baseball bat. It's Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. His art in Alpha Core was insane. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's too puppy play for me. I'm sorry. And the Horseman is just like, if there was some woke person making this, we would be making fun of the Horseman, I feel like. But it's Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. So I'm like, obviously I paid for it. But this artwork has me feeling a little bit better about it. But don't make me Google puppy play mask because it looks just fucking like it. Oh my God.
I say it sort of looks like it should be called the Hound.
Hell yeah, even like a dog. I'm like, would still be a dog man sounds better than Horseman. But hey, I bought it, I support it, and I'm going to give it my honest review. I wasn't very, I was looking forward to Gooding so much, and then I gave it my honest review to the point where my voice was gone afterwards. All right, before we go, Lady Andy, you've been watching The Penguin.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And enjoying it?
I have been. Like I've told you guys, I tried to watch The Batman a couple times, and after the first 45 minutes, I like fade and I need to watch it like in the morning with like coffee and breakfast so that I can stay awake.
Yeah. Well, it's like I watched these.
I was apprehensive about The Penguin. I was like, I don't know, like HBO sometimes can really like fail with some stuff, so I wasn't really sure, and I was sucked in the first scene. As soon as he shot the guy and he was like, oh, fuck. I was like, yes.
I said fuck yeah out loud. Yeah. My mouth said fuck yeah.
Yeah. So we love it. We wait for it every Sunday night. Like, let's go. We usually watch Tulsa King first and then that.
So nice to have things to look forward to. Because like with Rings of Power and all, like Agatha, like it was weekly like dread that we were having. Now we have actual weekly like excitement to see something. And now we got our digital water cooler where we can actually talk about the stuff we like instead of just all the terrible crap they're putting out.
That also sounds like an Elon Musk invention, a digital water cooler.
Breezy.
No.
She is married. She has children. She goes to church. But also, Lady Aaron, what are the chances of getting some feet action?
There needs to be like
I don't do feet.
You control yourself, Breezy. Yeah.
Needs to be at least a red super chat of some kind to even start the question.
If you follow me on Instagram,
there you go. Plug.
I do have.
This is all you get for free, Breezy.
Yeah, he's the Quentin Tarantino. He loves the feet thing.
But yeah, no, it's October here. Like I don't even have a pedicure right now, so I'm not sure.
Don't
$5, Breezy. You owe me $5 now after that show I put on for you, Breezy.
He knew what he was doing, asking that inappropriate question. He wanted the shame.
Yes, I wondered if I was going to get a feet, question today. They
Wait,
do it
what?
to all the ladies.
They can't help it.
Did we forget? Wait, we did. We read hers, right?
No, we.
Do you remember telling me not to trust AI? Skynet is coming, correct? I know we pulled it up. Yes.
100%.
Don't trust them.
In all seriousness, because I know Elon will do it, we will get like face plates for those Optimus bots of like Terminator and Cylons and like C-3PO.
I hit it. That was a base run. If
Good,
anyone
I heard it.
was wondering. All right, it is outro time. Badger, what you got going on, homie?
100% cosign with this. Never trust feet people. I don't know.
Correct. They are furry adjacent.
It's just something about it. You can appreciate it, but when it's your whole thing, something wrong. No, I have no more streams today. Thank the gods. I'm going to just nerd out and go touch grass and I don't know. Do the
How many dead MMOs are you going to do daily challenges for?
Knights of the Old, no, sorry. The Old Republics, Elder Scrolls Online, Star Trek Online, DC Universe Online. So yeah, all the dead MMOs that have been around for a decade plus.
Good shit. And of course,
76.
we will be back for some more streaming tomorrow. Lady R&D, give us an outro, please.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at R&D199. And I'll be in the chats. I'm always in the chats. So
Every one of the chats, correct. Yes.
He's always watching.
Even if you don't see me chatting, I usually have it pulled up. I usually
like
have
Batman.
4 streams at once. So
Respect, you really do, yes.
It's like Alex Darby, I assume he's lurking at all times. I also assume that there's a Lady R&D.
I mod for like 10 channels. So I can't get to all of them all the time, but I try.
Appreciate that we got you. Like the first time I saw you in one of my streams,
thank you, homie.
yeah. Said it just like that. Just
Well,
that
I stalked Erwin for a long time. I was watching his stuff. And then when he started dropping like the bits of his documentary and there was like throws to like the 199 and MCU fan in there, I was like, oh my God, this guy. Like, I love it. So good.
Yeah, and that's just like I don't want to go meet I don't want to go to one of the meetups to meet like all the big YouTubers and whatnot. Like I want to give Lady R&D and Steph a hug. That's why I want to go to a meetup. I'll go like shake hands with the streamers or whatever after. I love the chat. Lady R&D is. We talk about like the people who get like kind of thrust in position. Someone like a Smash JT. He handles things so well. He's such a good like little figurehead for us. I'm always so happy with his performance. Lady R&D, you are like one of the faces of Chad, and I am always happy with your performance. Like I said, we agree like on 98% of stuff. It's weird when we disagree on stuff, and we are incredibly lucky to have you. Yeah, White Sonia for sure.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. It was a good time.
I've been wanting to do it for months. Sorry it took so long. We'll have to bug you to come back on again. She had to like send the kids and like husband away. She literally had to make like room and time just for us. I feel so special.
I don't have like a door. This is like our den, so it's like an open floor plan. And so I'm like the noise level with my kids screaming and they're playing video games in the other room. It's the dog will go bananas and he's a barker. I was like, you guys got to find something to do for the afternoon.
Bless you.
And you're great, totally natural. Yeah, you definitely need to try to get more on more streams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get that. Yeah.
Oh well, but there we go. Okay, yeah.
I have 2 internets, neither of them work. It's great. I pay like $175 for internet to not work. Leon, give us an outro, buddy.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on. It was a blast. I rarely get to come on just because of the way my work schedule works, but today my work was like, hey, you know how the hurricane kind of fucked everybody in the Northeast or the Southeast? We're going to need you to come in at night to fix everything. And so I was like, oh, so I have a free Saturday. That never happens. I get to be on Nerd Wars. This is amazing. I love it. Thank you so much. And then while I'm working, I'm going to be a bad employee and also be on Saturday Night Hypnosis tonight, as always. So make sure to check in for that. And again, seriously, massive thank you to fucking everyone that showed up last night to support our girl Sonia, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers are in this chat as well. And it means the world. Thank you so much. And that's me.
We need to get her to play Mario or something on stream again. Like it will. She needs to.
I told her to play Sonic. You already like Mario.
Yeah,
it's Mario, but faster.
Yeah, and she beats like the Green Hill stuff. She gets to the part where there's the water and you have to drown. And we can watch her freak out as she drowns. Did it? Was
Yeah, that
anyone
music
else
is anxiety inducing.
I've used it in videos to cause anxiety. That as a kid, I couldn't even, as soon as I went in the water, I'm just like, I don't want to play anymore. I can't take the pressure. It's gonna start at me, and I don't see any bubble, and then you fall even farther, and you're like, that's even farther. Yeah, no, that music triggered me as a kid, if you couldn't tell. Thank you, everyone. Chat, you guys are the absolute freaking best. Miss you all. See you tomorrow. Scroll up and outro time.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends. Yeah.
Come on!
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Thank you for all the support.